Sports Radio 560 WQAM Miami Fort Lauderdale presents the Neil Rogers Show. To talk to Neil, call 567-0560 toll free for Dade and Broward, or pound 560 on your cell phone. The opinions of Neil, his guests, callers, or anyone else on the show do not necessarily reflect those of WQAM, Beasley Reed Acquisitions, or the Beasley Broadcast Group. Now, Neil Rogers on Sports Radio 560 QAM.
I'm dying over here.
OJ got away with murdering his woman and her white and Jewish friend. Now we hear him say he's thinking about moving to Miami where he thinks he'll blend in. Go back! Go back! Go back to hell where you belong.
Yes.
Go back! Go back!
Okay.
Go back to hell where you belong. Go back, OJ.
We can go to the next caller on Super Talk Radio.
Yeah, get off the air, you murdering asshole!
What'd you say to me, you white I kill your ass. I've been stabbing your white ass. It wouldn't be the first time I got away with it.
Go back! Go back! Go back to hell where you belong. Go back! Go back! Go back, you murdering asshole.
I'd like to thank everybody for welcoming me to that neighborhood.
Okay, want to make sure it all got on there this time. Well, most of it. 2.5 past 10 at 560 WQM. Man, the ratings are out. The new trend, the February, March, and April. This goes on every month. It just never stops. Something we have to live with. And boy, and the interesting thing to me is, I guess we're the only ones in the building that know, other than the management types, that ratings actually came out yesterday. Now, I bet you if they would have been good, everybody would be running around because they would have the information. But because they were really, bad. Oh, my God. They were, it was like...
They stunk.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And so as a result, it's a big secret. Of course, you can't keep the secret from me because I've been doing these ratings things for about 100 years, and everybody expects me to talk about them. But I'm in the hallway this morning about 20 to 10, or whatever it was. And they're on one of their 9-minute commercial breaks wandering around in the hall. And I said to Gildy and Joe, I said, boy, these ratings really stunk this time. And they said, oh, there's a rating came out? I said, yeah, they were terrible. We all took a precipitous drop. But you know what? Nobody cares.
Oh!
Yeah, and they said, that's right. But, of course, the big question going around the building now is, does Duff have to give the $200 back for the employee of the month? I think that's been rescinded. And guess what else he's got to give back? That desk. Seriously, have you ever walked by that little room that he sits in there right next door to us? And even with the desk in there now, he looks small. Do you know what I mean? For a guy who's like one step under the general manager, who's supposed to be the program director of this radio station, he's the PG, he just looks small sitting there. It's a small room with a small desk, and he looks like insignificant. You know what I'm saying? It's not good. He ought to be sitting in the one across the hall there that Sam temporarily for the next 20 years is sitting in, because Sam, of course, is one of the chosen people. And he does look Jewish, too, by the way, doesn't he? No, he does. He does. He looks more Jewish than he looks Venezuelan. Although we have enough problems of our own. Because we got Todd Dreck to deal with. And his other buddies, who spent 15 minutes in here this morning. You know what he said? Pop, 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 pop. And I'm still hearing it. It's resonating in my ears. You can say something to Todd Dreck in our sales department like, Todd, this piece of copy is like not typed very clearly. I can't read the thing. It's a bad copy. And he'll do a 15-minute monologue. Pop, 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 pop. Instead of just saying, okay, I'll have somebody retype it, which would be fine, or not, as the case may be, because we don't care.
Oh!
We don't give a crap. Pop, 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 pop. Like he's going to impress me with his verbosity. Am I impressed?
No.
No. Am I impressed with these numbers?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, in fact, I think I knew that they were going to be bad, because there was no message on my answering machine when I got home from Mommy's from lunch yesterday. And the ratings came out at 2:30 yesterday afternoon. So I knew that because there was no message, that probably the station took a big dump in the month of April. And this happens to us every year. I've told you this for years. The winter book, January, February, and the fall book, October, November, December, January, February, and March, we do great. Every year, every single goddamn year, we do great in the fall and the winter. Every year for the last 600 years. And as soon as those holidays come that I'm always telling you about, Look at that. We forgot to redo the phone system. See, here, this is perfect. I was going to take that call cold. I apologize to you. We actually had a call already, but now we have to go through. Yeah, here we go. We have to redo the phone and reboot it. Yeah, here we go. Come on. Okay. That's one more. Come on. Thank you.
At least I moved the switch so I don't have to crawl under the board now.
WQAM, it's working now. Hello.
Yeah, is this Neil?
Yes, sir.
This ain't Neil.
Yes, it is. Are you in a barrel or something? 'Cause
Yeah.
I can barely hear you.
I'm in a tunnel.
Like I said, I got my shovel for you. What did I tell you? When there's a lot of, then you got to get your shovel out. Excellent job, sir. Beautiful. So what was I talking about before we took our first call? No, because, Don't start. Don't start pushing, okay? I don't want to even think about him. WQAM. Station that used to have those great ratings until the month of April, until everybody disappeared. WQAM.
George.
Yes.
Hope Sound calling.
What is it?
Hope Sound calling.
Hope Sound?
Yes, sir.
Where's that?
That's up above Jupiter.
Yeah.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what a bad day. Want to hear a bad day?
Go ahead.
Got laid off.
You got laid?
Off. And then off. And
off.
The water is contaminated, and they got to boil the water around here. And there's a rabid fox. There's a rabid fox in the neighborhood, so we got to keep all our pets inside. And I got this stupid dog that likes to
Sonny
stay
Fox
outside.
is in the neighborhood, and he's rabid? Probably just had one too many.
You're almost hilarious, schmuck mug.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
See you. Okay, so there we go. They're in a good mood today. Thank God, because the ratings stunk on this station for the month of April. Boy, we had a disaster. And like I said, I think it's great. Because, number one, we don't care. And, number two, it's going to get some of these people maybe off their ass around here. There's nothing worse than complacency. I've always said that. And the Greg Reeds of the world, they can walk around, and the Bluff Lindsay, they can walk around and say, hey, look at this, we're great. You're not great. I'm driving home yesterday. I get in my car, and where's Hank? Again, where is the humper, huh? Where the hell is he?
Hey, stupid!
I don't want to hear a bunch of 10-year-old kids on the air. And then to top it all off, George is in the middle of that thing. What the hell were you doing in there?
I went in to take the fan in.
Yeah. The fan into whom?
Because the AC was out in those studios also.
Yeah.
So I had to schlep the fan in there, and they sucked me in.
You got sucked into the fan, huh?
Yeah.
And there was Corey in there. By the way, I didn't get invited to Corey's party.
That's all right.
Last
JP
night?
didn't come.
What?
JP didn't show up.
Were you invited? No, he wasn't invited either. Well, you notice
he wouldn't have gone.
He wasn't there and I wasn't there. You know what that tells you right there?
Exactly.
Yeah, we had other things to do, like lose my ass at the track. No, seriously, I wasn't invited to the party. How was it? My good close friend Corey Saban, that's always telling me a song and a dance about how much he loves me and so on, didn't invite me to his going-away party.
A good time was had by all.
Where was it?
At Shenanigans.
Oh, that sounds great. I might have had a better time there than losing $90 at the track, you know it? But I wasn't invited. And somebody who's sitting in there right now, meaning you, didn't tell me about it.
You never go to parties.
How do you know that?
You've never gone to a station party. They had to bribe you with season tickets to go to one. You've never gone to a party.
I went to that one in Davie at the Ku Klux Klan Ranch
right,
that
that's
time.
What I'm talking
and that's
about.
why I don't go to any more of them. Thanks, Bob Green, for curing me of going to those stupid station events. Nothing like having a station where 90% of the people are Jews going to a place where they're having a Klan rally, which is great. Oh, here's Joe Costello's in here, too, now. That's good. Huh? No, seriously, did you know that the only way you can tell identical twins apart is to check out their penis? We heard that right at the end of the show yesterday. No, seriously, because they're identical in every respect except the penis. That's the one guy. Remember that guy at the end of the show yesterday who said that his roommate, was it plural? He's got two of them, and they are identical twins, and they like to do the sandwich number on some abroad. And I think every now and then they slip her out of there. They just keep going, is the way it works. Now, maybe he was talking about these guys from the one who's from U of M. Did you ever do any research on this since you're in the sports department? Did you do any research on Jeff?
Joe wasn't in the sports department.
The hell he's not. Auto racing isn't sports? Oh, that's the point. You're right. It's not sports. Jeff Popowich, did you do any research on that and find out who he is and where he can be found, et cetera? And by the way, Abercrombie & Fitch has got a store in Dayland, we found out, right? So anybody wants to
catalog. And apparently also a new one in the Aventura Mall.
And in the Aventura Mall, all right. Oh! Let's hear it. So you don't have to wait until you call up some stupid number. Go right in there to the mall and get your own thing, and a catalog too, okay? Because I know that everybody in this audience, we never had a response like that in 100 years, like we did yesterday, for the Abercrombie & Fitch catalog. Not that we have a lot of people that want to buy clothing out there. They're just all horny and want to see a lot of naked pictures. And believe me, in this catalog, there's something for everybody and everything that moves. I'm really pissed I wasn't invited to Corey's party last night. I may never be the same. Is he done? Is he finished, or is he, what, today is his last day? Oh, my God. Sure better get a going-away kiss, I'll tell you that.
I used to get sad, now I'm just mad. I never give a kidney to my deadbeat dad. I can't believe that I'm a dead ringer for the guy I met on Jerry Springer. Well, you're a creep, the king of slobs. Thanks to you, Mom had to work 3 jobs. You left home when I was 3. You may have laid Mom, but you really screwed me. Mr. Brady, he was my hero, 'cause my dad added up to be a 0. Come on now. I used to get sad, but now I'm just mad. I'll never give a kidney to my deadbeat dad. Guy stop by, well, now and then. Sleep with Mom, then we never see him again. At Christmas time, instead of cheer, you brought us a floozy and a 6-pack full of beer. Can't go to college, I miss my prom. My father figure was my mom. Now I'm grown, my life's a wreck, 'cause the only time you met, you bounced a check. I used to get sad, but now I'm just mad. I'll never give a kidney to my deadbeat dad.
No.
I'll never give a kidney to my deadbeat dad. I'll never give a kidney to my deadbeat dad.
Okay, 10:18 at 560 WQAM. We got Jim Mad Dog Mandich. 2 o'clock this afternoon for the Humper, who's up there busy. Is he ever going to be on the air again or what, Hank?
No.
He's just, a few minutes here, a few minutes there. And then we got Corey and the guys playing grab ass. That's going to be bad, by the way, the fact that Corey is leaving. Because I told you that when Hank had the big numbers in the winter book, the research showed that when Corey was on there, when Hank was like, we couldn't get the line going, or Hank was out eating 2 or 3 extra meals, or whatever was going on, that's where the big numbers were in the afternoon. And now that Corey is leaving, who's going to fill the breach in there, by the way? Do we have a replacement for him yet? We don't. Well, why should we worry about that
sure
now?
There is.
Today is his last day, and I mean, we only need somebody tomorrow, so why should we be worrying about that right now already? You know what I'm saying? Why plan that far ahead? Right. Anyway, I saw a great bumper sticker on the way to the track last night, maybe the greatest bumper sticker I ever saw in my life. There was a lady driving this car. Nice going, sweetheart. I'm sure she's not listening, because nobody else is listening anyway. But the bumper sticker said, "Life is short, don't be a dick." I thought that was the greatest bumper sticker I ever saw in my life. Beautiful. Right on target. Oh! That goes along with my philosophy, okay? Here's the front page of the Sun Sentinel this morning. God, please save us. That's what they were screaming on the plane. And he didn't do too bad of a job. I mean, 9 of them died, but, out of 145, 9's not too bad.
Well, he's not perfect.
Oh. How about...
Oh, God!
He was perfect, too, till these ratings came out. So anyway, the big story in the ratings, I'm going to digest these. We're going to find out today what's wrong with WQAM. Besides the fact we get no promotion, and we got a bunch of dumbos running this place, and that we have to reboot the phone system every morning, and the air was out all day yesterday, and nothing around here works, and the fact that they're talking about a lot of boring stuff most of the day. But besides those obvious things, what's wrong with QAM that we went in a crapper? Even though this does happen to me every year. What? What was that?
Oh, it's just his phone was beeping. I wanted to get it on the air.
Oh, okay. Well, it could be like yesterday. We could have that door open and have all the salespeople come up and play grab ass with each other.
I wanted to make sure that you understood that it's his
We
girlfriend.
believe you, okay? We believe you. We saw the picture. I talked to her already. She said you're great, and okay, we believe you. Stop trying so hard to convince me. He's trying to convince himself. No, it's not. We believe you. So anyway, what was I saying?
The AC didn't work, and we have to reboot the phone system.
No, seriously, we're taking a survey today. The management says we want to find out what the hell's wrong and why you're not listening. to the whole station. I mean, this entire, of course, like I said before, to me, this is no surprise because every April the same thing happens. All my listeners are snowbirds. They're here. Some of them come in October. Some of them come like once or twice a year, like squirt, squirt. Yeah, like that. And once those holidays come, when it's Pesach and Easter, they're gone. I told you that. I tell you that this year. I told you that every year for the past 500 years. The spring and the summer, we croak. We just die. Die. Now, if you want to know the positive stories in this latest trend that came out, even though it's just a one-monthly trend, Howard went through the roof. It must have been those tasteful comments he made about the kids dying in Littleton or something. Although, when did that happen? Was that in May or was that in April? No, it was April. It was like April 22nd, wasn't it? Yeah. That must have been what put him over the top when he had that call in there to the Denver station. Because he went through the roof. I mean, he always does very well in this market, but he went, just gigantic. So everybody and their brother is listening to Howard in the morning. Midday, the story is, we took a precipitous drop, just like the rest of the station. And Lardass and Dr. Laura, 10 to 3 on INZ. Even though Rick and Suds kind of seemed like they bottomed out. And the afternoon, oh, boy. She's found her niche. That bitch. The bitch has found her niche. She's stuck there with a 1.3 share, 25.54, and she's consistent. She's locked right in on those same 6 people, okay? And they refuse to leave. But they had quite an impressive move up there in persons 12 plus at least. Not so much 25.54. Maybe some old farts, right-wingers, good right-wing Republicans who were listening to Lardass, I bet, is what it was in the month of April. Maybe people are getting like all psychotic and whipped up to a frenzy. Maybe this is their big response. Does anybody want to buy any spots on that station?
No.
On the Marlin?
No.
No. But nevertheless. So that's the big story is Howard and Lardass. And the other big story was Y100. Now, what reason during the month of April, especially with the kids still in school, and interestingly enough, 25 to 54, that asshole Footy over there, wasn't he the one that said about my cheap cigar spots or whatever he was talking about, talking through his ass, not having any idea what he was talking about, and only wishes that he made what I was making? Nice going, Footy. You're small potatoes, okay, sweetheart? Even on your big 100,000-watt FM station with your much improved numbers. You're still small potatoes. Every demographic under the sun, Y100. What? Yeah, they had that big increase. Where the hell is it? 25.54. See, look at this. Midday, we went from a 7.4 to a 6.3. What is that? Or no, we only wish. We went from a 6.1 to a 4.8. That's a Life that had those numbers. So we had a precipitous drop in every demographic. The mornings took a big dump. We took a big dump. Hank took a dump. But Y100 went from a 4.0 to a 5.2. This is persons 25 to 54. Do you know anybody 25 to 54 listens to Y100?
No.
No. Ever? Under any circumstances?
No.
No.
I don't know anyone that listens to Y100.
No. Because we don't know any teeny boppers, okay?
No, I know lots of teeny boppers. They listen to Power.
And they listen to Power. Well, how the hell did Power do? Oh, well, Power's number 1. Oh, look at that. Thank God. Men 18 plus, even Power's number 1.
Oh!
18 plus? 18 plus? That's overall. Power 96 is number 1. That's shocking. But how the hell do they do 25.54? I could dissect all of these damn things, okay? And, of course, I know that they don't really mean that much from one month to the other, and I've been telling you that for 100 years. But it's fun to diddle with these, and especially to aggravate the people inside the building here because, when you sit back and on your haunches and you're complacent like they are around here and you think everything's going great, you need a good slap in the face like this and a good awakening. You need a bunch of people to say, hey, guess what? You guys suck. That's right. And I think some people who might say that may have a point. Maybe we do suck, okay? Maybe we got some very serious problems here. Maybe we got a general manager that's running around spreading disease all over the building. Maybe we got a program director that's sitting there with a little make-believe desk. Maybe we got guys on here talking about ball games that nobody gives a flying crap about, like that stuff about, hey, I hate to break the news with you, that guy that called with his Oriole fan. Man, get a life, okay, about the late-night scores. You can go all over North America in every newspaper except for USA Today that goes to bed about 3 o'clock in the morning when those nice color pictures finally dry. But except for that goddamn newspaper, every other paper on the West Coast games, it'll say incomplete, late night, whatever it says on there. Does it have the score?
No.
But this guy, he's so worried about his Orioles playing out there at Seattle. Maybe calls like that are what's putting us in a crapper. You think that might be it? I think that's got a lot to do with it.
Apparently Y100 was giving away money.
Y100 was buying the frickin' audience. How do you like that? Even people 25 to 54 will take free money, right? Yeah. Lots of it. How much? No, seriously. Even people 25 to 54 over the age of 1,000 will take all the free money you got. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Oh. Hey, listen, easy come, easy go. You know what I'm talking about? Just open up my wallet and $50,000 just fell out there. Easy come,
he's desperate.
What is it?
He's desperate.
Don't get me started, okay? Don't start. I'm in such a good mood today because we had a crappy rating. I was hoping we'd have a crappy rating because this place deserves it. They don't deserve the great ratings that we've been getting, especially when the goddamn program director who does nothing but make the schedules out and run in and out of here to see if the schedules are right. He gets the Employee of the Month after we have the biggest rating book in the history of this. So this station deserves to go right in the old crap house is what they deserve. Nice going, Greg. And Greg says, yes, he does want the $200 back from Duff. He wants it back right now. And the desk. 567, we're asking our musical question today. Why have you all stopped listening to WQAM? What's wrong with this radio station? We got big shoulders. I'll sit here and listen for 4 hours, 3.5, whatever we got left. Got the Marlin game tonight. Anybody want to buy some spots?
No.
26 past 10 at 560 WQAM.
Gordon gives South Florida a major blowjob.
I don't have to grow up. I'm a guns are up kid, so I can always kill myself for something bad I did. It's gonna be cool when I kill everyone at school, 'cause my dad said it's okay. I'll exercise my right, like by the NRA, that lets me be a guns are up kid.
He's a Gunzer Us kid. I taught him how to shoot. Well, he really loves the sight of blood. Now ain't that kinda cute? I'm a homicidal Nazi redneck with the site on the internet. I'm a lifetime member of the NRA. That's why I raised a Gunzer Us kid. Here, son.
Oh boy, a clip for my gun.
I'm glad that you're a Gunzer Us.
10:30 at 560 WQAM. We got Mandich at 2. I was starting to say we got Donald Brennan at 6:30 talking baseball, of which there's tremendous burning interest in this town. And then we got the Marlins and the Cardinals again. Is it? Yeah, the Cardinals again. God damn it. 6:30 pregame game at 7:05 tonight. That's the schedule. Yeah, the audience, I think, is letting us down. I mean, you look at this and you see Y100 is buying off the audience. That to me is not loyalty. The idea that you will be bought. In addition to which, how many people listening to me right now have ever won any money for listening to Y100? Although if it's good enough for Power 96 to buy the audience, which they do the same goddamn thing, how much do they give away every week? With all the peons we got around here, with all the underpaid people? What?
$1,000 a day when they do it for however many days, like 10 days.
I got news for you. $1,000 a day isn't enough to get me to listen to that crap. No way, no chance. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. Here's the mobile in West Palm Beach. Hello.
Hey, how's it going, Neil?
Great.
All right. Hey, I was reading an article in the New Times just the other day.
Yeah.
And I had a question. I just wanted to know if, this
another one of these homo calls? Is that what this is all about?
No, it's a question about it.
About what?
All right, I was reading, it's talking about the new fetish for, the gay men or something.
No, there's not a new fetish for the gay men, but go ahead, sir. I'll listen
to
this poppycock. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Well, it's talking about how, they see people now in, parties and junk, how they have a new fetish for being anally fisted.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know if this was true.
Well, I'll tell you what, why not ask your mama? Find out. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. Why is it that these people are so concerned with what everybody else is doing? Have you noticed that? Beside the fact that they're not getting any and they have no life?
Not everybody.
And it's amazing. All the times that there's been anything in New Times, do we ever get anybody say there's, other than the best of issue, that ever reads anything in New Times?
No.
Maybe once in the 23 years I've been on the air here. But now that there's an article about all these wild screaming queens out there doing their barebacking and the fist king, as if that's something new, by the way. And this guy probably had like a can of Crisco sitting right beside him, no doubt. As in, when in doubt, try it out. Here's a lady in Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Neil?
Yes, I am.
Neil, God. Listen, I'm really mad because George didn't tell you about the party and Corey didn't invite you.
Yes.
I'm from another
right
country.
On the calendar in big red letters.
Oh, yeah, like I read that calendar, right.
It's in front of you.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, I'm sorry. George is in. What just happened? What just happened to her that she got cut off?
Her boyfriend. The guy that was giggling in the background when I took the call.
Oh. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. We're waiting for you to critique. I mean, how often do we give you this opportunity? Not that I care, of course. But here's a chance for you to critique WQAM and tell us why you've turned it off. Even if you're not listening right now, we still want you to participate. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. Too much of that anti-God stuff. By the way, anybody get shot for Christ overnight? Take a bullet for Christ? See, it's impossible for me not to get started on it again because in my lifetime, I've never heard anything so unacceptable, so unbelievable. And this audience, not only do they find it palatable, but they agree with it. It's a good point. She took a frickin' bullet for Christ. Anybody in the audience want to take a bullet for the Virgin Mary? Come on. Crazy people we're talking about. You have no respect for human life. That's why you wonder why these kids are running around shooting each other. Who's bringing them up? Crazy people like you who have no respect for human life, who are back into this barbaric human sacrifice crap. Oh, yeah, she took a bullet for Christ, like Jesus wants her to take a bullet in the goddamn brain or in the tuchus or wherever she took it. Are you people out of your mind or what? Crazy people. See, I don't have a degree. I probably should have to have a degree to do this show because I'm like a therapist in this town. I talk to crazy people 4 hours a day. People ask me what I do for a living. I tell them. I say I talk to crazy people 4 hours a day, every day of my life. And that's the effing truth, baby. She took a bullet for Christ. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. She was very courageous. And that last guy, and not a child, not some punk out there. Remember yesterday, the last guy, an adult, older than I am, I'll bet. Older than Methuselah. And I said, oh, so in other words, Christ wanted her to take a bullet to sacrifice. He wants a blood sacrifice? Well, I don't know about that. He doesn't know about it. He's got to think about it. He's got to ask his shrink and his priest about it. And by the way, when you go see your priest, make sure you stay off your knees, okay? Except maybe to pray. Here's a mobile in Palm Beach. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
The new times suck.
Yeah.
So does your program director. That's why you're going down.
Okay, well, let's hear about it. What's the problem, sir? Our program director sucks.
It's that 2 to 6 hour. I think it's pulling you down, and people get so turned off between 2 and 6. It's hard to turn back on in the morning.
You think the humper is turning people off, sir? That was funny. Huh?
Yeah, what they call that guy, the hammer?
The humper, yeah. Is he turning you off?
They should put him on ESPN2 for good, and then nobody'd ever see him.
Well, what's your complaint with his show?
Well, he's too narrow. He's too narrow-minded.
Like about what? I think Hank is broad-minded, if you ask me.
Well,
white broad-minded.
The only thing that's narrow on him.
There's not a strip club in America that Hank hasn't been doing. More power to him.
No,
he's got the big bucks. He can spread it around.
Reason I called, I wanted to ask you a quick question. I think is it Amsterdam you talk about?
All the time. That's right.
I just got a thing on the internet. I subscribe to these weekend travel things, and U.S. Air had a special this weekend for $269.
I always smuggle a lot of drugs back with me when I come back from Amsterdam, by the way. I just thought I'd mention that.
Is it worth going over? 4 days? For 4 days?
Oh, yeah, 4 days is perfect. You'd have the time of your life.
Okay, well, I take your word for it.
Don't take my word for it. Go and trust me and walk out there and look around, and you'll say, oh, my God, this is what life is really all about.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
You got a good show. I can't believe it'd be you pulling down the radio.
Oh, we're in the toilet, man. We took a drop here, a dive. Even Greg Lousanis never took a dive like this.
Well, when you're sandwiched in between the other two,
I think you got a good point. I think it's that crappy morning show and that fat guy in the afternoon. I think they're the problem.
Well, the morning show is not too bad. I mean, but that afternoon, it just
Geldy is my mentor. Don't you understand that? He's my savior. Geldy is the one that taught me not to care about crap. Not to care about this place.
Have a good day.
And have a good time in Amsterdam. And take protection. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. Always use protection, all you kids out there. That's a good piece of advice because you never know who she might be hanging around with in her spare time. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. Here's a mobile in Tamarack. Hello.
Sorry if I'm chronic, but I got a good Y100
Go right ahead,
story.
sir. We want to hear it. We want to hear it all today. We're desperate.
My daughter's 20 years old. They announced that they're giving away tickets to the Chili Peppers for Memorial.
George wants the number,
Sunday night.
by the way. George wants your daughter's number just to go ahead.
She's 20. She's cute.
Yeah.
Well, proud parent.
Now, wait a minute. You want me to say on the air that you also want her number? Because if your girlfriend is listening right now, I don't want to mention who I'm talking to in the other room, which everybody knows. Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry. He ain't getting me tonight. I'll guarantee you that.
You have a way of distracting people.
Yeah, that's,
that's the idea.
Mm-hmm.
They make no disclaimer. Free tickets, be the 10th caller. My daughter's hysterical. She's got her cell phone, the whole 9 yards. She makes the call. You're the winner. Then they ask her how old she is. She's 20 years old. She'll be 21 November.
Right.
They'll say they get back to her. Then they announce the next time, there's still no winner, and you must be over 21.
What do you mean? Oh, you must be over 21?
Right. Originally, they weren't saying that. My daughter is finding out a lesson in life. It's very easy to get ripped off, and I said to her,
sounds like a scam operation to me if I ever heard one over there at Y100.
So now they said,
changing the rules in the middle of the game.
They're going to give her free tickets to a movie theater. It's been about a week now. She's still waiting for the return phone call. I told her not to listen to that station anymore.
There's a good lesson for all you people out there. Don't listen to Y100. They'll scam you.
All right, one last thing, because I meant to mention this to you a few weeks ago. I had faxed you that article that was in a local paper about the glory holes in Margate.
Yes.
And I run into people who pick on your show, especially you, that you're obscene, you're this, you're that. I asked my 20-year-old daughter, I shouldn't say how old my wife is, but the bottom line is the two of them are so naive, and this is for all parents out there. My father used to let me go to the bathroom in the 50s. All right, I'm 10 years old in 1960.
Your father let you go to the bathroom when you were in your 50s?
No, in the 50s.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking of how naive it was. There were perverts back then.
Yeah.
We didn't know what a glory hole was because it wasn't allowed to be talked about. So now here I am. I'm
doing tremendous public service. That's right.
Exactly. And her boyfriend's 23. He's not sure what a glory hole is. And now, this is for all parents. When you let your little kids go to the bathroom, go in there with them. Don't be so stinking distracted.
Right. And if you hear the sound of a pneumatic drill between the stalls, run out and call the cops right away.
You did a pubic service, and I want to thank you.
And God bless you, sir.
Take care.
And Y100 blows. How do you like that? Y100 sucks. Let's all say it together. Y100 sucks. Bunch of lying bastards, okay? Change the rules in the middle of the game. Oh, well, you have to be 81 to win this contest. But thanks for listening to Y100. God almighty. I don't want to start it on that Captain Y guy. You know what I'm talking about? Because he gets psychotic about it. Oh. And we've been asking for years that would anybody in their right mind listen to that piece of crap station anyway? You don't listen to that crap, do you? No, thank God. JP would never listen to that. He's busy anyway. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line, 20 before 11 at QAM. We're going to get to the bottom of this problem, okay? We got a problem here. It's about time Greg Reed gets off his big, pimply ass and starts waking up and sniffing the coffee around here. He's living on borrowed time, this guy. He fell into a bucket of crap, and he thinks that because he's coated with it from head to toe, that it's going to last forever. Wrong. You got real major problems here, buddy, and we're going to find out today exactly what they are. Now, what did we find out so far? We had 72 people said it's Hank's fault. Well, he's not on today, so he can't respond.
Were you fudge packing? Free drugs. Tonight I have free drugs. Tool, hard on, take it. Tool, hard on, take it. Bust. The longest tool, the highest tool, the smallest tool. My fellow Americans, I stand before you tonight. Hard on, growing, hard on, expanding, hard on, rising. I reach out my tool to all of you, a rock solid hard on, free drugs. Tonight I have free drugs. Tool, hard on, take it. Tool, hard on, take it. And ask that we join together in saying to the American people, take it.
Okay, here's, wow, look at this. A whole bunch of bizarre faxes. Here's one that actually makes a little bit of sense from Jim in Sunrise, who says, WQAM's low ratings can be summarized as follows. A, the morning show, host and callers, both of them get a life, fish. Take only Dolphins football year-round and worship any pedophile or drug dealer as long as he can help the Dolphins. There you go, exactly. That's what those people say, those sports holes. Okay, B, Hank comes across as an insecure know-it-all who will rudely cut you off and insult you if you dare to disagree with him. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, stupid!
C, Kaplan, unless you're a dropout from Gamblers Anonymous, who cares? And D, Marlins, does anybody care?
No.
Wow. It says you and Mandich are the only two who are not only telling it like it is, but who treat callers with courtesy. I always treat my callers courtesy, don't I? Do I treat?
No.
I treat them like they deserve to be treated, you know, like a bunch of lemmings. I still listen to you, but get my sports news from WIOD. What does that tell you, says Jim in Sunrise. Wow, that tells me we got a serious problem here on your sports station. That, by the way, doesn't have the balls to stop saying all sports radio because we're not all sports radio. Do I take that personally?
No.
Do I care?
No.
Do I give a flying crap?
No.
Of course not. Because I've learned, thanks to Geldy, that who gives a crap? We get paid one way or the other regardless, so who cares? But nice going, Jim in Sunrise. I think you got a few excellent points. Here's a mobile in Boynton Beach. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
To explain your ratings problem,
yes.
The problem is I'm 23 years old. I listen to you every day. I'm a year-long resident. I drive every day. You make my day go by fast.
God bless you, sir. Thank God for you. If we only had 10 million guys like you out there, we'd be in good shape.
But another thing, the sports holes in the morning, and as soon as I tune in when you come on, and I tune out the minute you go off. I can't listen to that annoying, grating Geldy. I don't know who he blew to get his job.
Yeah.
But his voice sucks.
I could tell you, but that would be in bad taste.
But, Neil, God bless you, sir, for setting us all straight, and have a good one.
Okay, thank you, sir. How do you like that? There's a guy, a loyal listener on this show. Of course, you'd expect that the people are going to call this show. I bet you there's a lot of people who aren't listening right now going to call anyway. They do every other day. Or at least it sounds like they're not listening. She took the bullet for Christ. Don't forget it, okay? Just keep that in mind every moment of your life. Just like the people on the front page of the Sun Sentinel this morning on the plane. There was panic, craziness, flames. People were screaming. People were flaming. God, please save us, they said. Did he save them all?
No.
No, but he did not too bad of a job. At least he's making a little bit of progress this time. Only 9 people died. Not bad, God. Not bad. For starters, okay? You screwed up a little bit this time, but at least we didn't have 145 bodies to scrape up. Nice going, God. Just like there was only 15 dead people out there in Littleton, Colorado, and 2 of them were the shooters in the first place, so that's only 13, which is a very unlucky number for them. But nevertheless. Oh, and these people, what do we have, 200 calls yesterday? Oh, well, what would you say if they said you believe in God? Well, what the hell difference does it make? Is that what's going to be going through your mind is like it's a multiple choice? Somebody's got a goddamn gun to your head? Oh, yeah, well, let me see. Let me analyze this and see what answer they're looking for, you know? What would be the appropriate answer to make sure they don't blow my brains out? Here's Hialeah. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Listen, I will pay to listen to the Mad Dog every day from 2 to 6.
Yeah.
I can't stand Hank, man.
Really?
Oh, my God.
Well, so far, Hank seems to be the chigger in the woodpile here.
And Goldie in the morning.
Of course, he's out of town and he can't hear the show today, so let's, go ahead.
Record it for him and send him a tape. and Goldie in the morning, I can't stand him either.
Yeah.
Okay? You got it.
Okay, thank you, sir. God bless you. There you go. See, they love me, but they're not too happy with that fatso in the afternoon is what the deal is, okay? Maybe if he'd come on the air once in a while at 2 o'clock instead of being too important for us. I thought he worked here at this station. Does he work here?
No.
Whenever he feels like it? And now that Corey is going to be gone, who's going to fill the breach in there every afternoon at 2 o'clock? Who's going to fill all that dead air that we have every day? I mean, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag about how we have our own personal office pool in this show on our staff, which is me and George, the 2 of us. Every day at 2 o'clock, although there are several other people that have come in lately and want to participate. Yeah, we take up a little office pool, throw in about $100 a pop, and, the odds are, how many seconds is it going to be? How many seconds of dead air before finally we hear that voice?
Hey, stupid!
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that music just goes, like yesterday, I get in the car and I'm listening and the music went on forever. It just never stopped. Was it yesterday or the day before? It was Tuesday. They played a whole song, and all of a sudden Corey comes on. Oh, well, we lost the ISDN again for a change, and Hank is over there like eating 4 or 5 extra meals and trying to get the phone hooked back up again up in New York somewhere. Man, it's a miracle that we can get anybody to listen to this crap. You know what? That's what I would say. 5670560. Yeah, well, listen, we got to get them on their toes. Like I said, they're complacent. They're getting fat and lazy. There's nothing worse. Just ask me. I'll tell you. I know about it, about both of them, fat and lazy. I'm the expert on both. Fat and lazy. Like they said yesterday, I need to get off my ass and start working it out. You know what I'm talking about? Need to start, really moving it. So anyway, you hear about the identical twins and how you tell the difference? Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello?
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, good morning. I don't want to rip Hank. I like Hank, but the callers are
listen, don't be namby-pamby, okay? You just lay it right out there. If you want to rip him a fat ass, you go right ahead. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but go ahead.
I like Hank. I like his monologue. But as soon as the callers start saying, what's the over and the under? And what
it's those gamblers, those chronic gamblers that have turned the audience off on this station.
Go over to music.
Right.
And I'm one of the people who listen to Rick and Suds in the morning.
Right. God bless them.
If I don't feel like listening to Rick and Such, I'll pull up Bob and Tom on the internet. And hey, I'm going to be going to Disney this weekend. Should I have to bring my own drill?
Yeah, bring your own pneumatic drill.
All right.
And by the way, don't forget, every day is gay day at Disney. Well, they already know that. Oh, yeah, all those people that got all upset about that. Well, that's right. You better ask and see if some people are going to Orlando this weekend. 567-0560, pound 560. It's gay day at Disney this weekend. What's the matter with you? You're living in a cocoon somewhere? You're supposed to know these things to make sure you stay away. Every day is gay day at Disney. Are there any straight people working up there at all?
No.
But if they have this, and why do they do that? Well, what's the point? Is it just to piss off the Baptists? I think that's why they're doing it.
I thought every day was gay day.
That's what. Didn't I just say that twice?
Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what I just said like 6 times while you were whatever you were doing in there, ordering lunch. And thank you for taking care of the important part of the show. That's what we come in here for every day: is a big fat paycheck, free lunch. Aggravate the hell out of as many people as we can. And what's wrong with that? And getting paid for it. Huh? So I lost my ass in Vegas. It doesn't make any difference. I just got a tax refund from the government for a lot of money. What do I care about losing a few grand in Vegas? A couple. Huh? What are you laughing about? It's the truth. I'll tell you right now, okay? I ordinarily don't tell you this. I lost $2,700 in Vegas. I lost $90 at Pompano last night. I feel worse about the $90 I lost at Pompano Park last night than the my mother just passed out. Too bad. Oh, yeah. Oh, I knew you lost a bundle. Mind your own business, okay? If you like the check for Mother's Day, sweetheart, good, then shut up. Doesn't faze me in the least. Easy come, easy go. If you're going to go out there, you got to have a good time. I had a great time. My only sorrow is that it went by so fast I didn't have a couple of more days to make all that money back or lose another couple grand. What difference does it make? I'm not a big gambler, but when you go to Vegas, you got to take a few bucks out there with you to have a good time. You can't go out there like a schlepper like some people I know, like you.
I have a great time in
Vegas. You still had a great time. That's right. All the free meals you were getting.
Right.
And
free shows and free this and
free
just running around seeing everything,
We're
drinking,
from South
dancing.
Florida. That's why we have a great time, because there's a lot of stuff that's free, and we like free. We don't care if it's crap, if it's dreck. If it's free, we like it. That's the state motto in Florida. What is it?
He said dreck.
Oh, I thought he said it was for free. Damn it. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. Here's Miami. Hello.
Dear Lord.
Yes, sir. Speaking.
What's going on? I have a few comments and requests. First of all, you also make my day go by quicker because I work
Did you say Dago?
My day.
Don't get Joe Costello upset. Go ahead, sir.
Go by quicker because I work with a bunch of gay Cubans at this wood shaving factory.
Is there any other kind?
Well, no. Anyway, I don't listen to the Hank Goldberg show because he is so effing boring.
Yeah.
And he always talking through his updates. He's coma-inducing. And that's all my comments. And I have a request. Can you please set up Barney?
Barney takes a crap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
And have a great day. Barney takes a what? Here's a fact that just, look at some of these. Boy, some of you people out there really, thank God we get you off the streets and keep you occupied. If you see the amount of work and the artwork and all the stuff that goes through into putting these faxes together. Unbelievable creativity that we only wish we had here at WQAM so we might make a comeback. Because I predict that the May trend is also going to be very weak. I think our spring book is going to be, and then the summer book. See, I don't understand one thing. I know I've said this every year. I say the same thing. I can't make it change, but I don't understand it. Unless, of course, during the summertime, anybody young with a brain gets out of here. That must be what's going on. Because many years ago, during the summer months, even when I worked on those geriatric stations like W Snooze years ago and INZ, during the summertime, we'd have some young people listening who ordinarily couldn't listen during, I'm talking about when they were going to school. Does that happen anymore?
No.
No. Like, in that last, in the summer book, we had a few teenagers, a couple over here, a couple over there, who admit they listen to this show. Other than that, nothing. Because they're all gone. Anybody with a brain gets out of here during the summertime. Anybody that can afford to get out of here is long gone. Especially anybody under the age of 100 who values having a good time with their spare time, as opposed to sitting around here and twiddling their thumbs and wondering what to do next except go down to the news cafe and see if somebody's going to get shot today. You know what I'm talking about? I hate to break the news to you, Enrique, but the news cafe is passé. It's old. It's burnt out. Speaking of old and burnt out, I see Duff just came in again, and he, by the way, admits he did have to give back the $200. Who's this gentleman with a suit on? Oh, there's our new general manager. All right, let's hear it. One bad rating, one bad month, and we got a new GM just came in with a much better suit than Greg Reed, too, by the way.
Oh!
Thank God. Now we got a chance. Now that we've been emancipated, we got a guy that might lead us out of the wilderness into the real world there, whoever he is. We don't know who he is yet, but we like him. 4 minutes before 11 at 560 WQM. Are you
Sports Radio 560 WQAM Miami Fort Lauderdale.
the Gandhi man here. What kind of protest do you want? Sit in, love in, anything you want as long as it's non-violent. You've come to the right man because I'm the Gandhi man. Who can organize a boycott?
Organize a boycott.
Turn the other cheek.
Turn the other cheek.
We're not afraid of trouble. Go to prison for a week. The Gandhi man.
The Gandhi man.
Oh, the Gandhi man.
The Gandhi man can.
The Gandhi man can, cause he mixes it with love and makes the system look bad. Who can spot an unjust law? Well, either what's the screen? Who can make his own clothes, not afraid to cause a scene? The Gandhi man.
The Gandhi man.
Oh, the Gandhi man can.
Oh, the Gandhi man can.
Oh, the Gandhi man can, cause he mixes it with love and makes the system look bad. The Gandhi man consents that he represents Muslims, Hindus, Sikhs, and Asians, all the other religious persuasions, but a very few Caucasians who can really take a beating, who can really take a punch, that person who can fast without a dinner or a breakfast or a lunch, the Gandhi man.
The Gandhi man.
Oh, the Gandhi man.
Oh, the Gandhi man.
The Gandhi man can, cause he mixes it with love and makes the system look bad.
Makes the system look bad.
Yes, the Gandhi man can, cause he mixes it with love and makes the system look bad.
Oh, the Gandhi man.
Oh, I'm the all-time king of passive resistance. You'd better do what I say, or I swear I will starve myself to death.
11:02 at 560 WQAM. By the way, speaking of, Jim Mandich will be in for Hank today because Hank's busy up there, with the Belmont stuff, doing stuff for ABC. That's a lot more important than us. So Mandich will be on today, which is good news. Here's somebody just faxes me from today's West Palm Beach Post. It says a 79-year-old former bridge tender. Are you listening to this? A 79-year-old former bridge tender. Yeah. With a history of molesting boys must spend 5.5 years in prison for violating his probation, a judge ruled Tuesday. Wait till you hear his name, by the way. Ralph Hawker of West Palm Beach.
What's his middle name?
Chicken. Ralph Hawker of West Palm Beach was placed on 10 years probation in 1998 for lewd assault. In 1997, 2 more boys said they'd been assaulted by Hawker over the years. Hawker admitted he was with them, itself a violation of his probation, but denied molesting them. Additional criminal charges against Hawker were dropped last year after the 2 accusers would not testify. How do you like that? A bridge tender.
Idiotic jerk.
Yeah. Okay, 5670560, pound 560. We're getting a lot of interesting faxes here. What's wrong with this? Oh, here's somebody, a radio guy, wants to know about the ratings from Magic. Also, are the ratings available for the Sunday night doo-wop shop? No, they're not, because we don't have that. We don't have it. I mean, you can't do that until the whole book comes out. You should know that if you're a radio guy, but they probably, like around here, don't show you the numbers. I'm still in shock. I'm amazed. I'm walking out there in the hall this morning, and nobody actually even knows that the numbers are out. The trend. It's only a trend, but even so, here's guys who make a living doing this. Did anybody bother telling them? No. Because the numbers suck? No. Okay, Magic. Let's see. Let's find something. 2554 persons, big right there on top. Howard with a gigantic. Howard's out of control, okay? That nose is growing by the second. The hair is all the way down to his rectum. I mean, it's unbelievable. Out of control. Okay, is Magic on the first page? No. They're on the bottom. Look at that. They did good. They done good. 2554 from a 3.5 to a 3.9. That's overall. Let's see. Another question is, would you charge, if you were in charge to work to get higher ratings on an oldies station, it seems impossible given the program format and a small group of demographics to pull higher ratings playing oldies rock and roll. In other words, how do you fire a program director at an oldies station if he gets crappy ratings? What could he possibly do? Sounds to me like somebody fishing around for an answer, and I would say maybe get an honest job would be a good answer, as opposed to being a PD on an oldies station. Although maybe like play good music might be the answer. Oh, what a concept, huh? like some of the oldies stations I hear in other markets. Not in this market, but like some of the oldies stations I hear in other markets, instead of playing like maybe only two deep in every group, like maybe playing stuff that we haven't heard like over and over again 50 billion frickin' times. You know what I'm talking about? I think you do. Maybe check out some of the real good oldies stations around the country and play some good music that we want to hear instead of the same tired old crap over and over and over again. There's just a thought for you. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Hank is taking a pummeling today, and what can I tell you? Here's Perrine. Hello.
Neil, guys.
Yes, sir.
One reason. Roy le mama la pinga del jugo.
26 minutes and 44 seconds. I wanted to keep it on there so I could take a look and see. 26 minutes and 44 seconds, this guy was doing the mama la pinga routine on the phone there. How do you like that? 27 minutes. He may have just set a record for futility. That was great. That was fantastic. He said the problem was, I think he may have a point. Here's one that says, I believe WQAM's ratings are higher during the fall and winter months because of football and basketball seasons. I strongly believe that despite South Florida's large Hispanic population, pro baseball is the least popular sport in this town, thus the poor spring and summer ratings. Well, how about the other stations I was on? See, I don't do ball games. Thank you, Chuck. There's our buddy Chuck from the sub shop over across the street on the corner of 441 and Ives Dairy Road, who continues bringing us fantastic lunches day after day after day. It says, furthermore, the reason that Power 96's ratings are higher among 18-plus listeners is because the station realizes teenagers are in school and can't listen mornings and afternoons. However, adults are more likely to listen either during work or while on the road. Therefore, Power 96 is playing more 80s retro and freestyle dance tunes, two types of music widely popular among young adults. In the evenings, the station plays primarily hip-hop and top 40 tracks like the Backstreet Boys and Cher when the teens are home from school. From Mike. Thank you, Mike, whatever you just said, okay? 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Your chance to critique WQAM. What do you hate? What's killing us? What's destroying these numbers besides our bogus management and no promotion? That's what I think might be a little bit of it. The fact that our QM never grows because we don't tell anybody about this goddamn station. And, of course, we got a promotions director in there that's too busy running around playing grab-ass with himself and talking on his cell phone in the hallway to be worried about doing any real promotions. Nice bumper stickers, Sam. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
My question is, how can people critique Hank when they can't hear him because all the commercials and spots and updates in traffic?
Uh-huh. So, in other words, you think the format sucks?
Basically, yes.
Well, how come we just finished off the top? We just had the highest rating book in the history of this radio station, January, February, and March. What happened between March and April, sir?
Tired of the spots.
Huh? They finally got tired. You finally got worn out.
Yeah, 15 minutes between segments is, you're home, you're away, you're wherever you're going, you're done.
Right. Okay, thank you, sir. No more spots. No spots radio. We got to go from all spots radio. And, of course, if the numbers keep up like this, we just might do that. Go to no spots radio. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. I'm not going to overreact on one crappy trend here, okay? But it sure kills 4 hours real good. As opposed to sitting here and trying to get some intelligent response to like she took a bullet for Christ. I know you don't want to talk about that because it's too embarrassing. You're too embarrassed to try to defend that kind of an idiotic, maniacal, I mean, what kind of an attitude about that in life is that, in general? Let me say it one more time without getting too serious today because I'm in a real good mood. I don't want to get real serious, but let me just say it one more time real carefully. There is no respect for human life in this country. That's why people can say all these idiotic things. Any crazy cockamamie, she gave her life for Jesus.
All of these things.
Yeah, that's right. All of these crazy things, as opposed to saying, oh, my God, what a tragedy here. A beautiful young girl, even an ugly young girl in the prime of her life, just got blown away and is deader than a doornail in a box somewhere because we got crazy people running around with guns. No, that's too difficult to say. It's a lot easier to make a martyr out of her, which I'm sure she wouldn't have wanted in the first place, and then to say, she took a bullet for Jesus. And for one, here's one for Virgin Mary. Here's one for Joseph. Let's not leave him out. He never gets any credit. Although what the hell did he do besides found a crappy hotel? Couldn't even find a goddamn hotel. What does that tell you? And let me ask you this. How many hotels did they have back in those days? Have you ever thought about that? Or they had to be in that manger or whatever the hell that was all about. How many hotels do you think they had back in the days of Joseph and Mary? Did they have a Holiday Inn?
No.
Radisson?
No.
Marriott?
No.
Some of the old European hotels, they were probably still around then. Oh, yeah. You ought to see some of those places. Even Methuselah would be embarrassed. 10 minutes after 11 at 560 WQAM.
Talk Radio 560 WQAM is proud to present 4 hours of excitement, action, and fun. 6 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. We're proud to present the Eliana Rosanna Dana Ross Lateman Show, along with her funny, zany sidekicks, Georgie Jetzel and Claude Pepper. 6 to 10 a.m. only on 560 WQAM.
It's erection time. I'm gonna kick off my shoes, strip off my dress. It makes me wet when I see you get a big erection. That's too big for my mouth. I want it mercenary and on top of you, and take it up my lubricated poop suit. Give me an erection.
Okay.
And nail me to the wall. ERECTION. I want to drain your balls. I want your love and Wally on me when you shoot your Uzi. And then I'll give it a blow. In the morning it gets as big as this. At least until you take a piss. I want to wrap my lips around your pulsing tube and make your Wonder Worm explode with glue. That's some erection.
Yes.
And it's uncircumcised.
Idiotic.
ERECTION. I want to drain your balls. ERECTION.
Okay, it's 11:15 at 560 WQM. We're looking for a scapegoat for the reason for the precipitous decline of this radio station from the month of March to April. Just all of a sudden, January, February, and March, we were gigantic. We were almost contenders. And then April, we
Absolutely correct, sir.
took a gigantic dump. And we're trying to figure out what it is that these people are pissed off about. Here's Miami. Hello.
Neil?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were saying that...
Don't be sorry.
Oh, no. You were saying that why the drop in the thing. I don't know about the other times because I don't listen. I just listen from 10 to 2.
Well, let's start finding out what the problem is here, okay, between 10 and 2. Let's worry about ourselves.
Well, the only time... I'm a big listener from way back when.
Gigantic drop in this trend. I mean, we
just
big...
I'll be honest. I switched the station when you talk about hockey.
But I don't talk about hockey.
Well, you do.
I do?
Well, you bring it up in sports. I'm not a sports fan.
Well, how much? George is not agreeing with you because he hates all sports.
Yeah.
The amount I talk about hockey, I've cut that down to like maybe 1/10 of 1% of like, you know.
No, I'm not saying you do it all the time. I listen to you every day, but I do. And when you start talking about hockey and the games and the Panthers and all that, I do.
Panthers?
Well,
they still playing?
Well, whatever. Another thing, when you talk about the thing about taking a bullet for Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first day I heard that, I felt like a lot of those Christians were getting almost like sexual excitement just by saying that.
Squirt, squirt. They were.
It was amazing.
They were having an orgasm for Christ.
It was incredible.
You've heard that? Oh God, that's good. You've heard that expression.
I saw them, these young people like nuts. Are these people crazy? But I guess they're brainwashed, I guess.
She took the bullet for Christ, and then these people are calling me and bitching me out because I find it perverse and bizarre and unacceptable, and I don't understand it.
I
don't get it.
I don't either.
What kind of an S&M religion have these people invented? Something sick and disgusting and crazy? Yes.
Okay, another two things.
Yes.
I just call once every
Go
3
ahead,
or 4
rip
years.
away, sir. Your
Okay.
critique is very valuable to us.
Okay,
And
and like
that. Do you believe it?
3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, you were talking about Ricky Martin, some article they did about his girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah, about his beard.
Okay, well, exactly. That's what I'm calling
About time for Ricky to shave, I think, don't you?
That Rebecca de Alba, the one they're saying that is his girlfriend.
Rebecca de Alba, see?
Yeah, well, she's also the beard for Miguel Bosé in Spain. You know who Miguel Bosé is?
No.
Okay, he's a famous Spanish singer.
So she's kind of like...
and over there, she's supposed to be his girlfriend.
She's like Brooke Shields. She's kind of a beard for everybody.
Exactly. Okay, and the last thing, I'm an identical twin.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And my brother's a little bit bigger.
His penis is bigger?
Yeah.
But it's not crooked, though.
No.
It's not like off to one side.
No, it's bigger and a little thicker, and it has a vein going through it, so it's not identical.
Now, wait a minute. Your brother's penis has a vein going through it, and yours doesn't?
Well, it has a vein.
Your penis has no vein
Oh,
going
it does,
through it?
but his has a protruding.
Oh my God.
Has a protruding one.
Where's Carly Simon when we need her to sing? Okay, God bless you, sir.
Bye-bye.
And have a great day. There's a guy with no vein in his penis.
Oh!
Wow. You think you got problems, huh? We have Carly Simon and you're so. 567-0560, pound 560. So you see, there you go. I told you, if you want to tell identical twins apart, if they want to play these little games with you and start, pretending to be the other one, all you got to do is check where it really counts anyway. That's right. They're not the same. In fact, I would say on a random sample of the 85 or 200,000 that I've seen around the world, no two penises are exactly alike. That's what I would say. You know how, like, no two faces are exactly alike? We really have that. How do you like that? All right.
Idiotic.
What was it?
Idiotic.
Thank you. I hate her, by the way. She's a real pain in the ass.
She's got a real pretty mouth.
Yeah, but she's not Jewish. Oh, she is Jewish. Isn't she?
I guess. Simon?
She's the daughter, now which is it, William Simon? Some famous Simon. Maybe Simple Simon. Somebody will call and tell us. Oh, good. Excellent. Nice call. Oh! Hit the post, okay? George just hit his post. And he don't even have a vein in it. 567-0560, pound 560. This thing with identical twins. Oh, and I blew it, so to speak. I never even asked this guy if he wouldn't have admitted to it anyway, I'm telling you, identical twins diddle each other. I don't care what anybody says. Identical twins. I don't know why. Don't ask me why.
Since they're genetically identical.
Yes.
Isn't it just
not
masturbating?
Doing themselves, yes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but you ever masturbate with your mouth? The only guy I ever saw do that was Ron Jeremy. And that was a long time ago in one of those movies, Okay, where are we going? Let's go to a Mobile in Davie. Hello. Mobile in Davie.
Hey, Neil, I'm not mobile.
Here's a caller in Davie. Yes, sir. Well, half right. That's not bad.
I have a theory that's probably not all that...
That's okay. It's just as valid as all this other crap.
It has to do with me, though.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how many other people... I know that... I've been listening to you since 1984.
Oh, my God.
And
15 years? Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
Am I getting old?
Exactly. And one thing I've noticed, like the people that I talk to who listen to you, they're either sort of like, pseudo-intellectuals or intellectuals or, like just, basic knuckleheads that, the goofballs.
Intellectuals, pseudo-intellectuals, and knuckleheads. I think that describes our audience very well.
Right. So I think that maybe some intellectuals and pseudo-intellectuals are listening to that new public radio talk format.
Public radio talk format?
Yeah, on WLRN on FM. They have talk format during the day now.
Yeah, with whom?
There's a Diane Rehm show, which is
Diane Rehm?
Yeah, she's like a really old sounding woman with sort of a voice problem, and she talks like this.
Oh my God!
Sounds like Daffy McCallum.
And she's out of Washington D.C., but she gets a lot of talking heads on her show, like Daniel's show or stuff like that.
Yeah, our audience is really into Daniel Shore.
Well, I think
our audience is more like running around naked on the shore.
I think that there are a fair number of people
our
like
audience
that.
Don't know Daniel Shore from Dinah Shore.
Well, what else are they going to listen to? I'll tell you this. That's. I mean, I've been listening to you for a long time. And, when I'm not listening to you, I don't listen to music. I just listen to the news and you, and that's it. So, and I think that now that there's more news to listen to, it's just sort of, I bounce around more. I probably listen to you an hour less a day than I do.
Oh, my, you're listening an hour less a day than you used to be listening, and you've been listening for 15 years? Oh, my God. Right in the middle of my lunch. Like a spear through my heart.
I know, but it's only, I know. When I lived in New York for a little while, they have a lot of sort of serious stuff on the radio. Plus, they've got WBAI, which is a great leftist radio station.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And down here, they don't have anything like that. And so, except for you, you're kind of, you're sort of a anti-establishment.
Right.
That's pretty good. But nobody. So basically, I listen to you for entertainment purposes, and and I've got a try to get my intellectual stimulation where I can. And
I think we have to do a lot less hockey talk on this show. I think that's the key.
I actually don't mind the hockey. I'm not much of a hockey
I think
fan,
I just discovered it this morning. Too much goddamn hockey talk. Look what those hockey shows with Rimmer used to do to me.
Yeah, but
of course, the interesting part of that is January, February, and March, right in the heart of the hockey season when it was going on. Then we had the highest numbers in the history of mankind. Then everybody liked hockey, but then I guess they got pissed off at it when the Panthers missed the playoffs again by a million miles.
I really don't think it's a hockey, because I think people like me that I'm not really into hockey myself, but I do kind of enjoy you getting all worked up about it.
Exactly.
So
there are a few things I get all worked up about.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I'm not that crazy about, but I like it when you get worked up about it. So.
Okay.
All right. So
have a great day. See you on National Cubic Radio, sir.
Thanks.
You've killed me. This guy wounded me. He's a good guy, but he just stuck a dagger right through my
rectum.
Oh, man. I'm going to have oozing bloody stools just like
Roy.
if I don't watch it. By the way, give him another beer. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Now, I can handle it. I mean, if you think this show sucks, go right ahead, because I know you're listening, see? So like I've always told you, it's no reflection on me. Plus, I know the show is great. I hear with the other stuff that's on here in this town. I wouldn't let my dogs listen to most of what's on here in this market. I can go to Publix and be in a better market than this as far as radio is concerned. This is a garbage market. This is sewage. Your radio is like a toilet. It should have like a flush lever on it in this town. They should make a law that every radio they sell, even the ones in your car, have like a little flush lever to flush the out of it. Here's Coral Springs. Hello. Okay, thank you very much. Press 2 if you're an asshole, okay? 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T. I'm telling you, Phil used to do those things with, lay on the floor and press 2 with your toe and all that. He's right on target. He is right on. Every time I call anybody now, we have a new menu now. Our menu has changed. And then there's another one where I call this one hotel I stay all the time. Welcome to the, so-and-so hotel. With that same kind of phony voice that Phil used to do, only this guy's serious. If you're an asshole, press 1, God. I must be an asshole to be calling it because I know exactly what I'm going to hear on the other end of the line. Oh, and I got some very bad news, by the way. Very bad news. Horrendous news. I go home yesterday, there's a message on my answering machine from my close personal friend, my banker, Matt Corshaw, from what used to be First, what was it in the beginning? Family Bank, when they were sponsors before that bitch at the agency who hates me like poison pulled their spots off, which is okay because they still treated me great, and then they became Republic Security Bank. Guess what's going on? And, I've noticed the last couple of days I drive by there all the time, and his car hasn't been there. He's leaving, and he's going to be starting some other bank somewhere, which I don't know where yet. He's leaving. This is the guy that gave me the friendly personal service I used to talk about in the spots, and I used to put my tax thing in there and make the tax payment for me, please, and do this. And, just leave an envelope with his name on it. I know everything would be taken care of. Now I'm like naked, which is an ugly thought. I'm stark naked with my money. And when a guy like me who can afford to lose $2,700 in Vegas has got all that money that they're dealing with at the bank, I can't afford to be dealing with strangers. You know what I'm saying? Because I have visions of sugar plums, and I've noticed a changing of the guard. There's one lady that works there that's been there from the beginning, but other than that, it's all different people, which reminds me of that other bank. I don't want to mention their name on the air anymore, that I had all those problems with. Every time you'd go there, there was like a whole different crowd, like our sales department, like a revolving door, like a dreidel, spinning and spinning and spinning, and never see the same face 3 times. That's bad news. You've torn my guts out, Matt. I wish you the best of luck. You're a great guy, who happens to look good too, by the way. Although you do know about Matt, don't you? Huh?
He has a wife,
Yeah, and he's losing his hair, but he's still a great guy. And treated me great. Thank you, Matt, and God bless you, and good luck wherever you go, and I'm real nervous about that goddamn bank. 27 after 11 at 560 WQAM. If your
Agriculture Department scientists say they have made a major stride toward developing an allergy-free rubber.
The following is a paid public service announcement from the International Rifle Association.
Let's face it, most of us will never be rich. Hell, we probably won't even be successful, and that's pretty damn depressing. But, as usual, with every problem, there is a solution. Hi. I'm Jim, and I'm here to tell you a little something about handguns. They scare the shit out of people and intimidate them into giving you whatever you want. That's right, handguns. Think about it. Need some cash? Rob a bank. Don't have enough money for beer? Hold up a convenience store. Take some chips and pretzels while you're at it. It's all free if you've got a handgun. Some son of a bitch cheating on your girlfriend? Kill him. It's a simple solution to life's complex problems. All you have to do is wait the 5 days for it, and happiness is just around the corner. Hell, if you don't want to wait the 5 days, who cares? Buy the damn thing off the street. Just buy a lot of handguns. It's a great alternative to working problems out and can be considered a population control. Yes, handguns. They just might make you famous.
11:32 at 560 WQAM. So Carly Simon's father is the Simon from Simon and Schuster Publishing and is not Jewish, thank God. Maybe that's why she doesn't give good head. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's Miami Beach. Hello.
Hi, Neil. Good
yes,
morning. I was laughing.
That's okay.
What happened is that you are like a very good piece of corned beef, kosher corned beef.
Like a piece of corn that comes out the same way it goes in?
Corned beef between two stale pieces of bread.
Oh.
That's one problem. But I'm interested in what you were talking about, the new book, because in Radio Man B, WQAM, yeah, the youngest person that works there is 78, and this is the truth.
Right.
Is one of the people that called the news. They were saying this morning that they had the biggest rating of all of the AM stations. They lie all the time, so.
Yeah.
So I figure that.
Well, I don't know what demographic that is. I guess Old Julio's in Domino Park, I think they're up there still pretty good. But other than that, I can't.
But do you have
Radio Mambi? Let's see. They went from a 5.3. This is 12 plus the whole week. 5.3 to a 5.2, so they're number 3, and they went down a tenth of a point. In other words, not really much of a change, but they're down. And if they say they're number 1, EDR was number 1, Power 96 was number 2.
Well, I'm glad you tell me.
So Radio Mambi, they lie like crazy.
They do. And is Greg Reed one of the owners of your station?
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Okay. He likes
it
you,
is.
by the way. He really does like you. His wife doesn't care much for you, but he likes you.
That's okay.
Okay, Neil.
I would say he signs the checks, but he don't even do that. Okay, have a great day. Arrivederci.
Yeah.
Okay, his wife hates me like poison, but that's okay. That's because I don't want to eat with them at Roots Chris anymore. Or come to their house. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's a fax that says the main reason why the ratings in your station went right down the crapper, is those 10-minute breaks on the Morning and Hank show. It says, to me, this is freaking insane. How many times can you listen to Joe singing Air Around the Clock or Goldie talking about Barron's Menswear? Defo, I don't even, what does it say? I can't read the word. Talk about fat-ass Hank. He's the cure for insomnia. It says the only time he's entertaining is when he's not on the Mad Dog takes over. Like today. Yeah. From 2 to 6, we got a very entertaining show. Mad Dog Mandich will be on 2 to 6. Bring back the Ricky Martin Hour, and you'll get those high ratings back. Ricky, see you at Disney this weekend, baby. Signed, Jose in Cuba. Oh. Do we believe that? We believe it. You're not fooling anybody, okay, guys? We're on to you, so to speak. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line for the mobiles. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Neil. How you doing?
Great.
You know the reason why everybody call your show and they make fun of you or whatever, they curse at you?
Now, what is that, sir?
The reason why is because every day I listen to your show, you always been sarcastic.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of times we talk about the same topic, and you know everybody's gonna get upset. So what you should do, just bury the topic. For example, about the girl that got shot.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever we say,
just bury it.
Yeah,
bury
just bury it. Whatever we say, she would never come back alive. So what you should do, just bury the
Just bury her.
Right, and everything else will come through.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Okay.
All right, man.
We're gonna bury her right now.
All right, thank you.
All right.
All right, bye.
Okay. Check it out. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. We're going to check it out. And, yeah, let's go bury her, all right? Enough is enough with her already. That would have been bad. That would have been very tasteless for me to say that, although that's the way I feel about it because I'm tired of it already. I'm tired of being beaten over the head with a martyr already. What about the other kids that died? We hear anything about them?
No.
No. Well, they're probably burning in hell because they weren't religious enough. They weren't pious enough.
Maybe they said no before they got their heads blown off.
Yeah, maybe they said
no.
That's a possibility. Huh? Or maybe they also said yes. We don't know about them because there was no... and how do we know about her, by the way? How do we know that?
I guess somebody was around.
Made it up?
I don't know.
Somebody made it up?
Maybe.
Maybe Pat Robertson made it up, or Pat Boone, or somebody named Pat. Pat Buchanan. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Here's Fort Myers. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Just wanted to tell you that I would have said nothing how they just ran from the guy. And my grandfather, who was a Methodist minister, said that Joseph was the most maligned person in the Bible.
Curtis Joseph? Yeah, he played pretty crappy, I thought, in the Buffalo series. Oh, see, there you go with that hockey again. God damn it.
You sports fanatic.
I'll be knocking Cujo, man.
I'm a twin brother.
And? Okay, here we go.
And
now, is this identical twin?
Identical twin.
Yes.
I'm straight. He's not.
Really?
Yeah. And from upstate New York as well.
Wow. And has he got a bigger penis?
I don't know. I think we both go to the left a little bit.
Both the hook to the left?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, I just wanted to let you know we appreciate you on the air over here in Fort Myers. It gives us something to listen to.
But the two of you have never,
No.
Oh, that's good. Is it good? Well, I guess it's good.
It's good for me.
Good for appearances. Okay, have a great day, pal.
Yeah, thanks, pal.
Okay, and of course, if you want to stay alive in Fort Myers, you better believe you're going to say.
No.
He probably has. How do you like that? Now, see, that answers the question we were talking about the other day. If they're identical twins, how can one of them be straight and one of them gay? That's a very, very interesting question. Because, well, I'll give you an example. You were telling me in this Abercrombie & Fitch catalog that very, very heterosexual macho stud, Jeff Popovich with the U of M Hurricanes, and we know they ain't got no lightweights in that football program. Oh, man. There's no fags at the Hurricanes, I'll tell you that right now. No way. You know, I hate to break the news to you. Does it seem, I don't want to start hallucinating, but just about this time yesterday is when it started warming up in here a little bit? Is it my imagination? Huh? Or maybe it's the fact that he drank that beer, and it's starting to get to me. No, seriously, it's starting to see, I'll check it out during the break, but it seems like it's getting a little bit warmer in here. I don't want to see any panic around the building, but if we have a repeat of yesterday, it's going to be a real ugly scene, okay?
Previously,
yes,
when it was working, sort of, right around noon is when it would start to warm up, and by 2 o'clock...
I feel like I'm going to be schwitzing over here any second now. Huh?
Yes.
Because I'm getting warmer by the minute.
It's a little warmer than it was in the morning. But
and it's not because he's sitting there, because he's been there since 10 o'clock. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. I'm serious. Yesterday it was like the end of the world in here. You thought it was bad outside with the rain and the storms and all the crap? It was the end of the world in here. And thanks again to Maddie Bell and who was it?
John Jarrett.
John Jarrett, my good close personal friend with his big Cadillac out there. Good guys. They brought us that fan this morning. I saw Maddie in the hall. I thanked him profusely.
You know, John Jarrett, he has a wife, you know. Met her last night.
Yeah. Oh, you mean at the party that I wasn't invited to?
Exactly.
The going away party for Corey Saban, my
party.
close personal friend who used to look pretty good until JP came to work here? Yeah. That's why he didn't invite me. You do understand that. He's holding a grudge now. He's very upset. No, he is. I've never seen anybody, any macho guy like Corey, take it so hard, so to speak. Oh, we all dummied up because Fluff just walked in. He's probably changing the schedule. 21 before. Oh, I knew if I said something about the air, he'd come in here. Like I said, it's nice and comfortable in here. Have no fear. I don't want to panic. Take a look. What does it say on the thermostat over there? What is it reading? 75. Yeah, it was 75 this morning, which isn't that great, by the way, okay? It's okay. It's acceptable. 75 is like Madonna would say, a little on the borderline, okay? A little borderline to me, 75. 72 would be nice. So this is a start, but don't think you got the job finished. And did we find out who the people are with the trade out that are doing the AC for us? We haven't. See, they won't tell us who it is because we don't want our good close friends that are around the clock that spend an arm and a leg advertising on this radio station and get great results from this radio station. We don't want them upset knowing the fact that we're probably doing business with somebody else, which would be real embarrassing to us, wouldn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and rightfully so. 20 before noon at QAM, you know, Culligan.
A lollipop, little boy?
Well, I hope I don't seem crazy, and I hope that you won't mind that I bought you a brand new razor for the bush between your spines. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but if you care at all about mine, then just try to trim a little off the side. Trim your pubic hair a little in the middle and the side. Not too far like the Hitler mustache, or like a triangle profile. I'd appreciate it, you would shade it so I can raise it. I don't want to wear a toupee when I'm down between your legs, and it's smelling kinda gamey You could use a wax or shave. I'm not treading through the jungle, that forest of Brillo that you've got. 'Cause I feel like I'm having sex with ZZ Top. Alright. Trim your pubic hair a little in the middle at the top. Not too small like a Hitler mustache, or like a triangle per top. Every time we do it, after I chew it, I need a toothpick.
$11:46 at 560 WQAM. Jim Mandis at 2 o'clock for the Humper. So we're asking the musical question today, what's wrong with WQM, which I think most stations wouldn't come on here and do that, but we like to do that. We like to make you feel that you got something to say about it, which of course you don't. And so far, you know, who's taking the big fat brunt of most of the abuse is him, yeah. 56705. Why is that? Why? I guess they must know he's not on today and he can't respond. Good thinking. 5670560 pound 560 on the AT&T line. Is Dave Johnson going to call us today or not? He is. Not
mañana.
Or tomorrow. Great. Dave Johnson's going to call tomorrow. The great voice of Triple Crown Racing, our good close personal friend. And I'll tell you right now, I'm going to pick Charismatic because I don't care if he's going to win or not. You got to have a Triple Crown winner because nobody really cares about horse racing anymore at all. There are like about 20 of us, and I don't care that much either. Here's a lady in Naples. Hello.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
The one that said go charismatic.
Oh, charismatic, right, but you put an S on the end, and I was really confused. I thought it was like a religious thing.
Well, sometimes I stutter.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I work with the girl, and she was saying she was going to go visit her sister and her kids with twins, and I was like, oh, yeah, and I mentioned her husband. She says, well, it's kind of different. She's a lesbian, and it's her twin also, so. Anyways, I was like.
She's a lesbian?
Her twin's a lesbo, and they were able to adopt a set of twins that are 6 months old, and a
She's a lesbian, but does she have a curved penis that hooks to the left?
Well, a big vein in her boob.
A big vein, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
she has a big vein in her
rectum.
At least it felt like a vein anyway.
Well, she was picking it, so it festered into a vein.
Yeah.
Anyways, I wanted to ask, well, how could they adopt a kid, being that they're lesbos? I mean, I thought there was like big screening about. I know that some of the actors.
Big screamers? Oh, there's a lot of screamers adopting kids. What's wrong with that?
And she said, well, and the great thing is that it was the same sperm donor.
Yeah.
Big Duke. Anyways, another thing I wanted to say was your show's funny today.
Yeah.
And I never listened to the other guys, but I kind of feel bad for them, you know, when you have to see them, don't they look funny? Everybody putting them down?
They all look funny, yeah.
They all look funny.
That's how we got our jobs here. We all look funny. Okay, well, listen, have a great day,
Don't
sweetheart.
blame God, blame the devil.
Okay, and bottoms up. Okay, see ya. Woo! What are they drinking over in Naples? Something good, huh? 5670560 pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. She did say charismatics, by the way, the first time. Here's Perrine. Perrine, hello.
Yes, how you doing, Neil?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I just want to listen to you. You have an excellent show. I listen to it every morning.
God bless you, sir.
I just want to ask one question. I know you don't like basketball, but who do you think is going to win this the series?
Who do I think is going to win what?
The basketball series.
Rochester Royals in 4. Yeah, okay. 5670560. I think Oscar Robertson's making a big comeback, sir.
Oh!
Cincinnati Royals are going to win it in 6. Don't you understand? I don't care. Don't you get it? I do not care. Don't take it personally, my friend. You're a great listener. We love you. I don't care how light or dark you are. You're a great guy, but I don't want to see a bunch of 7-foot Spartans slam a jamming it or the basketball either. And by the way, if you can service yourself, what does that make you? I guess double-jointed is the answer. 5670560 pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. And, you know, see, with the Ron Jeremy thing, he must have bad taste because even him doing himself is grotesque. Here's Coral Springs. Hello.
Hi, Neil. How are you?
Pretty good.
Enjoy your show very much.
Of course.
I have one reason and the reason why the ratings went down.
Okay, here we go.
All the Alta Cockers went north.
Is that it?
That's it. They're
But
gone. Half your listening audience is back in New York.
These aren't Alta Cocker numbers, though.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, that's the reason. All the Alta Cockers that are my relatives who live in the area, they're gone. And they listen to you.
But these aren't the Alta Cocker listeners, sir. These are like 25 to 54.
Well, I don't know if those numbers are right, but I can tell you, I can tell you 10 people who went north, and they were your diehard listeners.
Oh,
yeah. I agree. I believe that. Every April, half the audience disappears on this show. You're right.
Half the cars and half the audience.
Yeah, they'll be back.
Yep.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks.
Just let's hope that they stay alive. A couple more years.
Oh!
Let's keep them alive. What is it?
Oh, by the way, I want to extend my most sincere congratulations to my best close personal friend, Jeff Rimmer, for becoming a citizen.
Oh, that was yesterday.
Yeah.
Was the day he was? And how do you know that?
Somebody called to remind me.
Oh, okay. Well, guess what? He can't hear you because he's off to Edmonton or something like that, and I'm assuming they're gone already. At least I'm hoping because the phone's been real quiet. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's a mobile in Coral Springs. Hello. Mobile in Coral Springs, going once, going twice. Adios. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yo soy Fidel Castro.
Okay. Nice talking to you, Fidel. Go light up a big one and stick it in your
rectum.
567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's Coral Springs. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Long-time listener. Put on your radio station at 10:01. Turn it off at 1:59.
Yeah.
Except for today.
Yeah, but that last minute's a killer, man. Every day it's a great minute.
No, but hell, Mad Dog's coming on today, so I'll keep it on today.
Yeah.
He's a good one.
He's great.
And ask George.
Are you knocking Hank again? I mean, don't get defensive, but are you knocking the humper again?
Well, I don't like listening to him, but I like Mad Dog.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's great.
I mean, I like Mad Dog. I think he tells it like it is.
He does.
He don't read from a book,
Right.
But ask George real quick what the IXOYE means in the middle of that fish.
Yeah, what does that mean? In the middle of the fish that the born-agains have got on the back of their car, that IXOYE, that, oh, yeah, I think it's a Cuban code.
He doesn't know?
He's Hakanachonic with somebody. I'll ask him. Have a great day, sir. What does that mean?
What?
The IXOYE in the middle of the fish that the people have on the back of their car?
Ichthyos. It's Greek for fish.
Sounds icky to me. 2 lines left on the board here. We're critiquing the radio station, and they just don't even care. See, that goes to show you. When they don't even care enough to send their very best. They're like the guy who said before they're all gone anyway, which I realize. I've been doing this for one hell of a long time. I'm well aware of the fact that we're in for a long, desperate, deadly, hot, freaking goddamn summer here. Make no mistake about that. But I have to put on a good act and pretend that we got an audience out there. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Here's Hollywood. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, buddy?
Great.
Got a couple of things for you. I don't know if you caught that on the news. I was channel surfing, but there's that one TV station down in Mississippi who they end their day every day by having a religious word. That'd be like Channel 10.
Yeah.
That. You believe that?
Yes, I do. It's in Mississippi, man.
Yeah, I got a huge spy report for you.
Mm-hmm.
I was unfortunately dragged to a Marlins game yesterday. The glory holes are working over there big time.
All right. Okay. Well, they got to have something entertaining going on over there. Thanks for the good news. Maybe that's why Don is smiley these days. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Mobile in Weston. Hello.
How you doing, Neil?
Okay, sir.
Hey, the reason I'm calling you is that, I hear all this shock jock stuff, and I think that's part of your problem. That's why you're losing listeners. They're tired of the garbage,
You're tired of what?
Oh, all the garbage talk. You're talking about shocks. You're only talking about penises and that kind of garbage. So let's listen to that.
Penises are garbage?
They want to listen to sound conversation here, something that's, higher than a 4th grade education.
Yeah, and then why are you listening?
I'm not listening. I flipped it on because I had a sports channel on, and that's not listening to the game.
You thought you were listening to the game? There's a game. In other words, now it's 5 minutes till noon? What time did you turn it on today, sir?
I was in the car this morning, and I heard it.
And you heard what?
I heard you talking about your station.
Yeah.
Asking you to critique it, so that's why I'm calling you.
Right. Well, how come you were listening that long? In other words, you don't listen to any other station? Is that it, or your radio is broke?
No, I usually listen to 610.
Then how come you were listening to 560?
Because the game was on last night. I was in the car last night listening to it. But
Yeah.
that's irrelevant.
See,
irrelevant.
no, it's not irrelevant. I think it's very important because if I get in the car and for some reason somebody would have switched my dial to a station I don't listen to, the first thing I would do would be to switch it over to what I do listen to. You follow what I'm saying? Because basically what you're saying is that you don't listen. There's nothing shocking about this show, sir. I've been doing this show for a zillion years, okay? We've been doing just great. But you're somebody who doesn't listen to the show, and you're critiquing it. You're telling me what... See, I don't mind somebody who listens. Well, now you do listen to it? You just got to saying to listen to IOD. I'm not on IOD.
Hey, when you listen to all this garbage talking about stuff, that's garbage. I mean, that's That's fourth grade education. Now, you're.
Then why do you listen? You just got through
I don't
saying...
listen.
You just said you did listen.
No, I don't listen day-to-day basis like some of your listeners do.
Yeah.
I flip it on. I want to listen to sports. It's not a sports station anymore either.
Right.
It's talking about garbage.
Right, garbage. That's right. It's a garbage station. That's right.
Yeah, it is.
Uh-huh.
What's your problem?
And what about the sports shows whose numbers went in the toilet? What about them? Are they talking about penises, sir? No, they're not. What about those shows?
I don't have an answer for that.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I didn't think he would. He listens every minute that I'm on. Make no mistake about that. You could bet your life on it. You could bet his life on it. Please. See, this is the one day I make an exception. Ordinarily, I'm not interested in critiques. If you like it, listen. If not, blow it out your ass, okay? That's my philosophy in life. But today I'm making an exception. We're looking for some answers here, as if there are any. But this guy, number one, is a liar. I don't like liars. Don't tell me you don't listen, and it was another radio accident, and you stuck around long enough to make a call and went on hold for several minutes to tell me you don't want to hear garbage. You don't want to hear about a penis. I got news for you, sir. I don't know about your penis, but I don't consider my penis to be garbage, okay, sir? Maybe you don't have any respect for your penis. Maybe that's your problem. But to me, that's not garbage. That's like the heart and soul of life. You think he's got one?
No.
No. 3 minutes till noon at 560 WQAM.
WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Cuckoo, baby, let's turn this mother out. Puff Magic Rapper is on my TV. No one heard of him before, or his name is Puff Daddy. I said that Puff the Magic Rapper won't be here that long. Not unless he learns to sing or to write a friggin' song. I said Puff the Magic Rapper is all over MTV. Only because someone shot Notorious B.I.G. That fat guy, maybe someone should tell him making it this way is wrong. Picking at your dead best friend, seeking flesh and bone. Snoop Doggy Doggy Dog on the ball track.
Okay, 1201 at 560 WQAM, your penis-intensive station for the 90s. Boy, look at that. I just spit a little of my lunch out when I said that. Now, it could have been an accident. When in doubt, spit it out. That's my philosophy. Yeah, this guy before that says penis is trash, man. Maybe you're talking about your own. Maybe you got like a problem between your legs. Maybe a weekly bath might not be a bad idea. Because there's no guy that I know that thinks that his penis is trash. Maybe too small in some of our cases, like yours truly, but nevertheless, still very valuable and works like a charm, which is the only important part. 5670560, pound 560. In fact, you know, that song that I used to play that we got fined for at IOD, that, what was the name of the group from...
the Penis Envy song?
Yeah.
I don't know the group.
From Seattle or somewhere, or Portland, somewhere in the Northwest.
Before my
song.
time.
Yeah, Penis Envy. And I think that most women out there would give their left breast to have a penis.
They can go buy them.
I'm talking about a real one. I'm not talking about, like, what'd you do with that one, by the way?
It's over on the, in front of Orlando.
Oh, it's in front of Orlando? Jesus Christ, no wonder we don't see him no more. Here's Miami. Hello. You know what? And it sounded like he had about 20 pounds of what he said in his mouth, too, at the time. Maybe take the sock off it next time you call, sir, and the phone, too, so we can understand very clearly what you're saying. 5670560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. He must have been another OJ sucker, don't you think? You know,
Roy!
Yeah, he was another OJ fan. Lighten up a little, okay, pal? Maybe then we can respect you. Just lighten up about 2 or 3 shades. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Neil God.
Yes, I am.
Leaf fan.
All right. Don't start that hockey talk, man. I'm already in the toilet here. My numbers are vanishing.
Hey, we had a good season.
Yeah.
What do you think we need to do for some success next year?
How about get a couple of defensemen that can play defense? How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good. Maybe we could also make Ty Domi the captain.
Yeah.
He's got some heart.
Uh-huh.
You should talk more about hockey, Neil.
Okay. Go Leafs go. That's it. That's our hockey talk for today. Now let's move on to penis talk. 5670560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. I mean, what's wrong with talking about identical twins? That's something that most people are interested in. So suppose maybe if their feet were different, okay, maybe Joe Costello could come in here and get upset about that discussion. Everybody gets upset about something. I don't think there's anything crap about this. Are we going to solve the problems of the world on these shows?
No.
And by the way, sir, I hate to break the news to you. People don't want to hear what you're talking about, that idiot that called around 5 minutes ago. They don't want to hear that. I did that for 5 million years. And you know what? All I did was waste my time and my breath. Like we're going to change the world sitting talking on a stupid radio talk show. Talking, pontificating. And the most interesting part of the whole deal is, back in those W Snooze days, here were a whole bunch of us sitting on that radio station talking about a whole lot of crap we knew nothing about. We didn't know what the hell we were talking about. And all these old farts are going, oh, you're such a brilliant boy. Yeah, where's the doctor? What time is the doctor coming on? I got such bad hemorrhoids. Yeah, that's what we used to do, okay? Solving the problems. Nobody wants to hear that. Went out with knickers and high-button shoes, pal, so you better get with the program, okay? You think because lard-ass Limbaugh got a little bump there in 95+ in his last trend that all of a sudden that kind of crap is coming back? Hate to break the news to you, sir. Wrong. Dead wrong. And you're listening, and you'll continue to listen. Liar, liar, your thing is on fire. Why do they lie so much? Why are you people so dishonest, for crying out loud? I could have come back like some people on this station. I don't want to mention no names, and said, oh, yeah, I won $10,000 in Vegas. I lost my ass, okay? That's the most I think I ever lost out there. And you know what? I couldn't care less. I don't care. It's not going to change my life. But why should I come on here and say, oh, I had a great, really hit it big out there in Vegas. Me and my parakeet, had a great time. Why would I do that? And you want to know why? Because compulsive gamblers, people who are in denial about their gambling problems, they lie a lot. Just like last night at the track, my good close friend Fat Rich is a good guy, but he's, every time we go, oh, I think I lost about $10. I think, and of course, if he admits to that, that means like add a zero at least, 200-300. And what happened to the dollar that you stiffed me on, Fat Rich? See, this I bet you over the years that we've been going to the track together, he probably owes me about $2,700 that I lost in Vegas. I think I just got it back. Oh! Yeah. Because he runs all the bets, and every now and then, I don't have change, I owe you $1. And then, of course, he assumes that I forget about the dollar. I never forget, like an elephant. I got a body and a brain to match. I never forget. So I'm just counting it up. It's just ticking away, that big little ticker between my ears, okay? $2,700 even is what you owe me for the last 10 years at the track, okay, Rich? I mean, that's bad. That's ultra-Jewish to stiff me for $1 last night, that I'm getting him in there for nothing, and he's eating free meals and filling his fat face all these years? Yeah. And stiffs me for $1 at the track? But I paid notice. I sat there and I very conscientiously, I looked and waited to see, was he going to offer me the $1? Was he going to sit there and hope that I forgot about it for the 2,700th time? And I dummied up. 5670560, pound 560 on a mobile one line. Like I've told you before, in your experiences in life, you'll find that most people you encounter, most of them, even some of the nice ones, are full of crap, okay? Just don't ever forget that I told you that. Most people are full of crap. And most people don't even begin to resemble what they appear to be. Most things in life appear to be one thing on the one hand, and on the other hand, they're like something totally different. You can believe it or not, but it happens to be true. Take it from an old fart like me. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
How you doing today, Neil?
Great.
I don't have a problem with your show. It's just all the other shows. I mean, there's a couple guys in there that are all right, but you get like the morning team. They take one call every 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 40 commercials after
Terrible
that.
format. I've said it before. It's a miracle that those guys can sustain that show with those 25-minute breaks and 55-minute breaks, an hour and 20-minute break. How could anybody do a show with that kind of a format?
And I don't understand. And Hank's getting the same way. Sometimes he starts talking about stuff. Let the callers talk about it. Give them something to talk about. And let him comment on it. And he just goes on and starts talking about stuff that I could care less about, horse racing and boxing and
gambling.
Exactly.
Too much gambling. Too much gambling on this radio station. I think most of the professional gamblers are tapped out, which is why the audience vanished. I think April 1 they tapped out, and that's no fooling.
So why do you keep going the track with this guy?
With what, Rich?
Yeah.
Because I'm keeping a tally. At the end of the next 5 years, he's going to owe me a big time. He's going to owe me enough to retire.
If you can't pay it now, why is he going to pay it then?
Good point. Okay, have a great day, pal. Good point. How come I keep slapping Fat Rich? Because he's a good guy. He's a good friend of mine. He means well. He's just cheap, This is the guy that went on our first Vegas trip with us. What was it? The Imperial Palace? And at the buffet, he sneaks into the buffet, and he takes the paid receipt from somebody else's table, and he puts that on another table, and he goes and sits down there. And a guy that's making some serious bucks, by the way, is in business for himself. He's a bright guy, does pretty damn well, I think. But cheap. It's just in his genes. He is cheap. I mean, real cheap, tight. All those stereotypes about Jews being cheap, which we're not. I mean, some of us are very generous to a fault, but there are some who are the stereotype, and believe me, he is cheap. Not as cheap as some of George's close personal friends, by the way, who also happen to be Jewish and Canadian.
They stunk.
Like him.
Not no mo.
No. No, he didn't give up his Canadian citizenship. He's got dual citizenship.
You can do that?
Yeah. Well, you mean you're not a Cuban citizen?
I reckon.
What does that mean? You don't know?
I'm sure I am.
I'm not so sure you're a citizen of anything when you come right down. Well,
yeah,
what was that mysterious day that you had to go down to the INS building and to see the banana boat people?
I didn't go to the INS building.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Where did you go?
I went to the Fort Lauderdale courthouse to file a declaration of domicile for a homestead exemption.
Yeah.
You're the one that made up the whole illegal alien thing.
That day?
What?
9 minutes past noon at 560 WQAM.
Are you searching for a new sensation in dining? If you're tired of that same old bump and grind, then why not revisit an old friend and eat at the Y? That's right, folks, because here at the Y, we've turned our old facilities into a mouth-watering buffet. And you've never seen a spread like this one, featuring some of the most delicious entrees you've ever tasted. And if you like eating Mexican, you'll love the Y because every night is taco night. Or if you enjoy the taste of wild game, our chefs prepare a lip-smacking sautéed rabbit baked in a golden flour crust. That's right, pear pie. It's all here. Literally mounds of piping hot food, including juicy steaks cooked medium rare. Because when you eat at the Y, all the meat is pink in the middle. Or if you like spicy food, here's an unusual entree, a red-hot Cajun mule steak. Talk about a piece of ass that brings tears to your eyes. It's lip-smacking goodness you won't want to miss. So the next time you eat out, slide on down to the Y.
Located just north of Hershey Highway off the number 1 exit.
Eat at the Y. Let's eat at the Y.
Okay, it's 12:15. What is that? At 560 WQM. What the hell was that? I know what it was. It was a mistake. So anyway, we got 200 open lines, 567-0560 and pound 560 on the mobile one line. I guess that guy around noontime, I think he had a good point. We got to stop with his trash talk, I love people that use that term. If you're stopping a shock talk, well, what is shocking? What? In other words, does the word penis, does that shock you? Is that? Yeah, that must be it. Well, how do you like that? Penis. Clitoris. Grow up, sir, okay? Get a frickin' life. And here's another one of those guys, just what I was talking about a few days ago, a week ago tomorrow, it'll be 1 week that I brought that great point up on this show about what's in your brain, about all these parakeets we have. See, you don't have to buy a bird if you want somebody who will repeat everything that you say. Just find somebody like him. Bop, 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 bop. Just mouthing a lot of things that somebody else said. So the media come up with this, it's shock radio. These are the same people on television, by the way, that are showing every decapitation, every grotesque accident, body parts, whatever they can find, blood, guts, and gore. And because somebody says penis on a radio, it's shock radio. Yeah. Same people that are putting Jerry Springer on the air, and they're doing segments on shock radio because somebody said clitoris. I mean, give me a break already, will you? 567-0560, pound 560. And by the way, sir, you're welcome for the entertainment that we give you 4 hours every day of your meaningless, putrid life, even though you can't stand the word penis, even though it makes you feel unclean. Here's Miami Lakes. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
How you doing there?
Great.
I just want to say I love the show, and I listen to both of the number one shows. I listen to WEDR in the morning, then I turn around at 10 o'clock, listen to you, and Hank, he'll put, I believe he'd make someone lose his job. He's just boring.
Yeah.
And these guys.
Yeah, but you were doing good till 2 o'clock.
Oh! Yeah, and well, actually at 2 o'clock I turn back to WEDR.
Well, now Mandich is going to be on today. You're going to listen to Mandich?
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
Mandich.
Mandich is fun. Mandich is a lot of fun. He doesn't take himself, and he shows up on time every day. I guarantee at 2:00 when the theme music ends today, the Mad Dog will be on. I guarantee it.
Yeah, they need to get rid of Hank, man. They need to get rid of him. And a couple of guys that called earlier, man, both of those guys are penises.
Okay. God bless you, sir.
Yeah, all right.
See ya. All right, there we go. There's a dark-complected guy who's a great listener of ours.
Oh!
We love our dark-complected listeners, although we do like Malcolm a lot on Young and the Horny. They can't all be that light or look that good. Like I told you, lighten up a few shades, okay, Malcolm? Now, you don't tell me that you don't think Malcolm is just shockingly...
He's a handsome man.
Yes, okay. Here's Miami. Hello. Miami. 15 minutes and 31 seconds ago they called, and guess what? They're gone. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. We definitely need telephone Viagra in this town. They just can't keep it up like the old days. Boy, do we reminisce. You can't live in the past, I know. You can't go back. But all those old days. I don't want to reminisce about certain other places that some of us used to work because I know they're not the same anymore.
WIOD. Oh, I hate that station.
But boy, those days when they would hang on forever. And were we talking about like serious life and death topics then?
No.
No, of course not. I mean, once in a while, because I'm not going to be one of those people that's going to be pigeonholed into a corner or cornholed into a corner. I'll talk about whatever the hell I feel like it. But this guy with his bullcrap about people want to hear intellectual, like the guy that was telling me before about National Public Radio. I mean, are you kidding me, sir? Some bitch that sounds like Daffy McCallum on helium is on there, and people are going to listen to that?
No.
Of course not. The only people who listen to that garbage are old people, and even the old people stopped listening to it, which is why there's no more W a light bulb on the air and no more W snooze and all that other crap, because even the old farts say, enough of this crap already. Let's go play Mahjong. Anything. Here's a mobile in Boca. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
First time, long time.
All right.
I think the issue with your ratings is the first team
Yeah.
in Marlins baseball. I mean, the first team is old already. They're just the
Stale?
same thing day in, day out. Absolutely.
Like last year's is a coleslaw?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I love my penis, by the way, and it is not garbage.
Excellent. God bless you, sir, and your penis. Okay. See, there's a guy who's he's proud of his penis, and it don't have to be big. It doesn't have to be gigantic. It has to be clean, and that's all I have to say about that, okay? It has to be clean and effective, and other than that, there you go. And this business of being like an overgrown infant, this is another part of the problem about America. Not only is there not any respect for human life, but there's no respect for the human body. That's why we're all walking around fat like me. No respect for the body. We got, like I said yesterday, the doctors aren't doing a goddamn thing for us. People are buying all these desperation quack remedies that don't work. And you go to Europe, as I've told you a billion times, and you turn on TV in the evening, and here's naked boobs, baby. Here's naked people. Here's people doing it. Not on a cable station, not on some X-rated station on your satellite, but over the air on your local channel. And people say, oh, yeah, okay. There it is. It's not the end of the world. But in this country, there's hysteria over sex and body parts. Everybody wants to see them. Everybody wants to grab them. Everybody wants to get their hands on as much hot flesh as they can. But, don't admit it. Don't talk about it in public. That's why the Penisgate thing was a plus for America. Even though we had to go through all that crap, the bottom line was we found out about all the closet people out there that don't give a crap about the president getting blowjobs. How do you like that? Oh! And then we also found out that the sanctimonious hypocrites that were screaming the loudest about it and condemning him, they were getting more blowjobs than he was. Oh! And screwing up everybody's family and having kids out of wedlock, etc., and so on. Bunch of hypocritical bastards, okay? So let me tell you again, the ones who talk the most about being sanctimonious and holier than thou, those are the ones who are screwing their brains out, anything that moves, and make no mistake about that. Am I right, my good old right-wing Republican friends?
Uh-huh.
You bet your sweet ass, okay? Bunch of Mariconis with cheese. With pepperoni. Hey, you ever see a Mariconi with pepperoni? Here's a mobile in Okahumpka, speaking of that. Hello.
Hey,
Yes,
listen,
sir.
I got your answer for the rating.
Okay, go right ahead, please. We're
You
desperate.
got to
We're
soft
searching.
pedal the penis, and you got to bump up the nookie.
Yeah,
Everybody's interested in nookie,
yeah.
even the women.
Uh-huh.
And
Okay,
how many,
listen,
how many,
Howard's got 28 lesbians on tomorrow morning. You'll have a good time. And Howard went through the roof, so you must be right. You'll have to listen to Howard for your lesbian talk, okay? No interest on his show, except George. 567. In fact, next time I'm on vacation, what? And you. Hey, is this your show? He's already moved in, JP. He's not only like sitting in there hanging it out. He's also, it's his show now. It's the Neil, George, and JP show.
No, I think you got the order wrong.
It's the JP, Neil, and George show. Yeah, like I said. Hey, listen, you know how these guys, don't leave. I'm telling you, if you leave, I get very depressed. So like I said, is it the Neil and CT show or what? Here's a lady in North Miami. Hello.
Hello,
Yes, ma'am.
North Miami. Hi, Neil.
Is this North Miami?
Yes, it is.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. And as far as Hank goes,
Yes.
he blows.
Really?
Very bad.
Well, that's something I wasn't aware of.
Well, let's not get that personal.
Okay.
And then the first team,
Yes.
that's a disgrace.
Oh.
And I'm so glad that Jim is going to be on at 2 o'clock.
Jim Mandan. Everybody likes Jim Mandan. Everybody loves. I hope the Mad Dog's listening right now. We all love you, Mad Dog, okay? Because you're a wild and crazy maniac.
He's
and
wonderful.
you don't take it serious. That's right.
As far as I'm
He shows up on
concerned,
time.
You and the Mad Dog are the
Right.
only people on that station.
Wouldn't that be great to have
Would
us on
bring in
like
the ratings.
12 hours each a day, every day of the week, 12 hours, like alternate, 3 hours on, 3 hours off. Neil and the Mad Dog and CT.
Absolutely. You are fantastic.
I
I'm a
am.
real Neely,
All right.
Neil God. Mandich is very entertaining.
Yes.
Hank is extremely boring.
All right.
Self-opinionated.
Yes.
And
Don't forget fat. Yeah.
Well, he's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, still fat.
And he's up there doing the Belmont. That's fine.
Right. On ABC.
On ABC.
On the big screen TV, right.
Wonderful. Well, he needs it.
Yeah.
But the morning, those worst team, I mean, that is a joke.
Yeah, that morning show is, well, it's going anyway.
gotta
You do-
go.
You do understand that.
I hope so.
We're going to have the Ricky Martin show starting Monday.
Oh, you guys stop.
Have a great life, sweetheart.
But you are great.
Okay, thank you. God bless you. Okay, man, I feel drained now. 5670560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. So far, Hank is taking a brutal beating here today, and he's not even on today. See what I'm saying about ripping somebody when he can't be on to defend himself, which is a real good idea, by the way. Is he on tomorrow? Let me take a look at the schedule. Thank God that Duff is right on top of things. We got the schedule. And oh, look at that. He's not on tomorrow either. We got Mad Dog tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. 2 days in a row. We won't have to hear that theme music run till 2:15. Fantastic. The Mad Dog's on both today and tomorrow. I wasn't aware of that because Hank's up there covering the Belmont for ABC, which they're a lot more important than we are. I mean, what are we? Just some little bumfork AM radio station in Miami, you know, whose ratings just went in the toilet. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing? How's everything?
Great.
Listen, I won $52 in Mikusuki last week.
You won
Some miles
$52
about
bucks?
it. Yeah, that's it.
Uh-huh.
At least I'm honest about it, you know?
I lost $2,700 in Vegas, and I'm very proud of it.
Yeah. Listen, I was, talking about all the crap that's on the TV now, you know.
Just think of all the
yesterday,
mobsters. They're going to be eating well over the next few days thanks to me.
Listen, you know, all the stuff they've been putting about the American Airlines jet crash yesterday on Channel 7 with
Yeah.
Rick Sanchez, it's incredible, you know? I mean, 8 people, I don't know how many people died, about 8 or 16 or whatever.
9.
You know, 9 people and this and that. How could it have happened? Why did it happen? And this and that. You know, what about the 200 million people that are starving to death on the planet? You know, what
Yeah, they don't care about them, yeah.
You know,
Well, there's no gory, fiery pictures of those people, you know.
that's incredible, and that's just a survey that came out right now on CNN. An estimate: 200 million people starving right now.
How do you like that? And the Pope is over there eating Chateaubriand, and the Queen is asking for a pay raise. She ain't getting enough.
Yeah, really, that's incredible. Well, have a nice one, Neil.
Okay, and back to you, sir. Yeah, Guy raises an interesting point, but we don't want to get too serious because this is Penis Radio, after all. Penis and, what did the other guy say? Bulldyke Radio, something like that. 26, if we could get a lot more lesbians on there, I think we could really bounce it back up there. 24-hour-a-day lesbian radio. Sounds excellent. We have Bulldykes on here just round the clock. Maybe we'll just have a golf show all day. In fact, we decided during the last commercial break that golf show on Saturday morning is what put us in the crapper in this last trend.
What about a lesbian golf show?
That's what I just said, mister.
You didn't say
and
lesbian
what's the
golf.
difference? If it's ladies golf, what's the difference?
Yeah, but we'll get some good-looking ones out there, even if they can't play.
Isn't that an oxymoron? A good-looking Bulldyke golfer? Like whom?
No, we want those lipstick lesbians.
Oh, okay. 27 afternoon on Lesbian Radio. There's only one place.
Your heart out, Pete Bolger, because starting this Monday, only on 560 WQAM, it's the O.J. Simpson, Water Nazi, and Roy Foster Show. 6 to 10 a.m., Monday through Friday, only on 560 WQAM, Sports Bag Radio.
Y2K, 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 Y2K. No matter how hard I try, don't understand why this Y2K such a hot topic today.
Boy!
People storing their soup cans, withdrawing money from their banks. You're such a bunch of silly geeks, acting like paranoid freaks. Oh, do you believe in Y2K?
No.
Y2K, Y2K.
No.
I feel something inside me say there's really no need to hide and pray. No. Do you believe in Y2K? Y2K, Y2K, Y2K. I feel something inside me say there's really no need to hide and pray. No.
12:33 at 560 WQAM. We got Jim Mad Dog Man. It's 2 to 6 today and again tomorrow.
Oh!
On the schedule, a little bonus there for you while Hank's getting busy horsing around at the Belmont. 5670560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. And to show you what a great, generous guy I am, I don't even know what I just gave the $20 for. What are we buying for Corey? We're getting him a hooker or something? Is it going away? What was that for?
Oh, it's a surprise, but we'll do a presentation during the show.
Oh, so I shouldn't have said anything?
Right.
Oh, you're not doing what I think you're doing, are you?
No.
Please don't
No.
do that.
No.
Oh.
It's not. It's something better.
That is the
It's something
tackiest.
tangible.
Oh, okay. Something you can actually put your hands on.
Yes.
Yeah.
And mouth.
And oh, really? Oh, God, so many possibilities immediately rush into my brain. But at any rate, well, I guess we'll have to wait and find out. Yeah, you people over there in Fort Myers, don't forget our good, close, personal friend Corey Saban's going to be popping up, so to speak, on Channel 4 News in Fort Myers. Starting when? Is it tomorrow does he start? I think he said June 4th. I believe he starts tomorrow over there in Fort Myers. Monday? Next Monday. And believe me, once you see him, then you'll know what a real good young Jewish guy looks like. That's losing his hair. Here's Hollywood. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
All right.
I love your show. I'm home from Gainesville for the summer.
All right, great.
I'm from college, so I think you're very funny and entertaining. I don't know what all these people are talking about. Your show's perfect. Keep it up.
You don't happen to know JP, do you, who's in here interning with us, who also goes to U of F, to FU?
What's new? What did you say?
I said, so how is it up there?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. But like the other caller said, maybe too many commercials on the station, but otherwise.
Too many spots. It's a killer.
But otherwise, you know, you're doing a great job, and keep up the good work.
And don't forget, can't beat that gator meat. Have a great day, pal.
Yeah.
See, if I would have had time, I would have queued the thing up, and I would have had, it has more meaning when Jennifer says it in her sultry tone.
Can't beat that gator meat.
Okay. That's what I was told. 5670560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I think you could improve the show by you retiring and let George take over.
Great. Okay, so we can talk to you 20 times a day. Right. George just said,
no.
Thanks. Yeah, that's one of your buddies who, he figures, you'll ease up on him if...
He's trying to reverse psychology now.
5670560. Well, I mean, I'm loaded anyway. I just come in. That's what I was told here in the last few minutes, that I got so much money I could retire any time I want. I just would come in because I like it so much, Yeah. I'll tell you, he ought to have his own show. He's got a better sense of humor than we got. That's the greatest line I ever heard in my life. I mean, how could a guy that goes to Vegas and lose $2,700 not have millions of dollars stored away and to be able to retire? Right. I come in every day because I love it. I couldn't possibly live. Those 7 months that I got paid off by Bud Paxton not to work, that was agony. Every day I woke up and I said, yeah! Whenever I felt like it. That's right. Most of the time, not around here, by the way, during those 7 months. I would say conservatively that 5 of those 7 months I wasn't in town. 5 trips to Europe, 2 trips to Vegas, all over the goddamn world, having a time of my life. But, I just missed it so much. I was dying to be here so I could come on here every day and go, yeah. 5670560, pound 560 on a mobile one line. Here's a mobile in Lauderhill. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Neil. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Got to tell you, I'm very well. How about yourself?
I'm okay.
Well, you sound a lot better than okay today, and I think that's why listeners tune in to listen to you when you're better than okay. I got to tell you, though, I have no problem with the first team, but and I listen to you. I love your show. 2 o'clock comes around when Hank's on, radio goes off.
Really?
I hate the soaps. I'd rather go home and watch soaps on TV. The guy is just a very obnoxious human being.
Huh.
And I think that if listeners would, I think that
What an
hearing that a lot.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Oh, that was Hank saying.
What an embarrassment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the guy, when someone doesn't agree with what he has to say, he, even though the point is well made and taken, he will hang up on you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not calling, but show is boring.
Yeah.
He's boring.
Hmm.
He sounds like a very unhappy human being when he talks on the radio.
Does he?
To me, he does.
Okay.
You don't. You sound live. You know what?
I have never been as happy in my life as I am right now.
Yeah, I bet you. I'd rather listen to Rimmer at 2 o'clock. How's that?
Oh, geez, there's the show. Oh, geez, put that on tape. Save that. Okay, pal.
Okay, buddy. Have a nice day. Keep up the great work.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing Hank's up there in New York, because if he ever heard that, that would be the ultimate shot for Jesus right there. He'd rather listen to Rimman. That's bad. 22 before 1 at 560 WQM.
I didn't lay down on my couch.
I'm speechless. Have you heard him do his lisp?
His lisp?
His lisp.
No.
Do it for George in there, okay?
George, I do a great lisp. You have no idea.
Hold on, tell you about those Cubans, okay? Okay, 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile. And by the way, you know that picture he keeps showing you? That's his sister. Okay, where are we going? Here's a lady in Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, ma'am.
Brian Craig badmouthed you terribly this morning.
Brian
on the
Craig?
radio.
Who is
Yes,
that?
with Steve Kane.
Oh, why do you
talking
with that little childish board op, that little baby
That's
twit?
it.
Yeah.
We're talking about Christians.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had terrible things to say about
Well, isn't that great? I'm delighted. They must be really desperate, okay? And, of course, if you must be the one listening.
Well, maybe.
Could be.
But I also want to say that George has a marvelous voice for radio.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
And if I'm going to keep working on it, maybe I can get just as good.
You're good.
Okay, see ya. Okay, give Brian a big kiss for us, okay? Speaking of lisping, little twerp, unbelievable. I guess they must really be desperate on a station that we don't even know the caller is of. And guess what? You know this trend that just came out? Did they show up in here at all? No. Nice going, Steve-O. Keep sucking those free spots on there, baby. Keep sucking up those free spots, all the free meals you can get, because God only knows we all need to eke out a living somehow. 567-0560, pound 5. See what I mean? Nobody listens to that crap anymore except the older than dead. She was a nice lady, this woman, but she's 125 in the shade. Here's West Palm Beach. Hello.
How you doing?
Great.
See, he leaves me for last, like always. I said I'm from West Palm Beach. I'm calling. It's your Aerosmith guy.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, what do you mean he left you for last of what?
well, I called about 20 minutes ago.
10 minutes and 6
10,
seconds.
20, whatever.
But you are last. You're right about that. I'm looking at the other ones. You are last.
You know,
I think George hates you. Well, he don't like Aerosmith. What do you expect?
Yeah,
I do
you
like
know,
Aerosmith. Oh, like I
must
said,
be something wrong because
put him in the same
every
order
time I
as
call, I
everybody
tell
else.
him,
Yeah.
West Palm Beach, West Palm Beach.
But in the
New York,
meantime,
New
you're
York.
wasting all your time hocking and chanic about him. Let's talk about us.
Well, anyway, man, I almost went off the wall over there when I heard you in Havana. I was in Havana about a month ago.
Yeah.
Man, you come in loud and clear over there on the
Hi, Papa Juan Pablo.
Great.
on the Malecon.
On the Maricon station,
No,
right.
Malecon. That's the drive right along the ocean.
Is that the name of the drive, Maricon Drive?
No, Malecon.
Oh, Malecon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Malecon.
Your boy there knows about it.
Uh-huh.
If he's old enough, he knows.
Okay.
I was driving down there. I heard you there. I almost went into the water. I said, man, this signal comes in so clear.
Okay, let me say it again for all our friends in Havana. Penis. Great.
But I was
That'll knock that Fidel off his ass.
I was in
Bearded old fart.
Yeah, I was in Havana at the Riviera, staying at the Riviera,
Yeah.
and I was driving to Old Havana, and your signal was still so clear,
How do you like that?
all the way
If we
down.
could just get our Arbitron diaries in Havana, we'd be number one half. We'd put that Radio Mambi to shame.
Anyway, I brought back some.
We have the real Cubans listening, the ones in Cuba, not just a bunch of banana boat people.
I mean, you come in clear all the way into the hills, into the city,
Wow.
driving all over.
I'm getting sexual excitement just thinking about that. Of course, if there were any white people in Cuba, it might make me even more excited, but, you know.
Of course.
All of a sudden I
all
won't
the
look again, you know?
All the Canadians are robbing the land like crazy.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, all the frogs are down there, too. Like I said, limp as a dish rag.
They just bought a $3 million piece of property over there up in the West End, and they're revamping the hotels. They're taking over everything, the Canadians, them and the Germans.
Yeah.
Anyway, I brought back some cigars. I brought back the Avenitas, the Romeo and Juliets.
Yeah.
I brought back those, and I sold them for a good price here in West Palm Beach.
Great.
Hey, those stockbrokers up here eat them up because, they don't get them up here.
Good. That's good. They're screwing everybody else, so you might as well get that cash.
Yeah, really.
They're animals anyway. Let them lose their
You're right.
commission.
So I got the money back from those. I made my money from the trip. So you don't smoke any of those there, do you?
No, I don't. I smoke all my stuff free from Nixon. They're better than that expensive stuff.
Oh, okay.
Believe me.
Anyway, yeah.
I'm real choosy about what I put in my mouth, mister.
So anyway, hey, let me ask you about this KY2 jelly thing. I mean, what is it, KY jelly?
KY2 jelly. That's going to be a problem, yeah. If your computer chip goes bad on the New Year's Eve, you're going to have real hard problems.
The only reason that this whole thing came about is because they were so greedy, they didn't want to put the right amount of things in the computers to begin with. People don't know that.
Well, I don't know that that's necessarily true. I just don't think that I think they overlooked it in the beginning.
Well, no, they said they didn't have any room in the mainframes or wherever when they were making these things.
Yeah.
They didn't have any. They would need more room.
Yeah.
So that's why this whole thing came about.
Okay, well, whatever. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it.
You're not going to do anything. You're not going to hoard water or nothing. You're not going to.
I'm hoarding it right now. Have a great day, pal. George says love and kisses. That lunch I had was delicious, but I think it's starting to work its way through real quick, and it's only like 12 minutes till 1. I think I could have a real serious problem here for the first time in a long time. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that kind of a problem. Huh? That kind. 5670560, pound 560 on the Mobile One line. Here's Hollywood. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, buddy?
Great.
Listen, my lineup is I think you should put George on the morning drive.
Yeah.
You stay 10 to 2.
Uh-huh.
And put Mad Dog on for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
I think it's
for the
great.
rest of the day, like from 2 till midnight.
Well, yeah, that's fine with me because I clock out at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
But when it comes to George, his talent is being wasted on the other side of that glass.
That's right.
He does have an absolute grasp on the English language. His
He's grasping
vocabulary
it right now,
is exemplary.
Uh-huh.
And his verbiage is perfect.
Verbiage.
Well, he speaks proper grammar.
Uh-huh.
And I think the guy should be on the air.
I think he sure as hell beats the crap out of that morning thing we got,
Absolutely.
With all due respect to Defoe.
Well, I'm not into sports at 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't give a damn who you're talking about.
Exactly. You can read the ball scores in the paper, Who wants to hear about some 7-foot freak that jammed it in the ball, in the thing?
At any rate, that's how I feel. And I think George is he's great.
We're grooming him for his own show. In fact, his replacement as producer of this show is sitting next to him right now, so he better groom real fast.
Well, get him going. And Mad Dog in the afternoon. I like Hammer, too.
Yeah.
But Mad Dog is 1 in a billion, He is.
Nobody else could be as sick as he is and get away with it. He's great.
You know what? I heard this was back a couple weeks ago when I guess PLG made some changes with his
right, and they blew him out, yeah.
And somebody had called up Hank and accused Mad Dog of kowtowing down and not giving his true opinions on sports in general.
Mm-hmm.
And the Hammer went nuts. He said I can tell you straight out, Mad Dog would punch your teeth out because his integrity is so intact.
There you go.
That he believes in what he says in management.
And it's interesting. Hank would know because Hank had just come back from the dentist the day that he made that comment.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
right.
At any rate, that's where I stand, and thumbs up for George.
Okay.
And, hey, if you can get the Farmer's Daughter on, I'd really love it.
You got it.
Thank you, Neil.
See
Have
ya.
a great day.
And back to you. And say goodbye already because I'm having a real problem. I am. That lunch is like working its way back through me, man. Big time.
JP says he'll do the show. He'll cover while you're in the bathroom.
He'll cover what? The door?
He'll sit in for you.
5670560, pound 560. By the way, where's my pneumatic drill? Wasn't that what you were really raising that cash for, to buy me my pneumatic drill? Is my ratings gift for the last rating book. So what are we going to play here that I'm going to go and take a, I got
a tune.
Huh?
We're going to play a song. You want to play a bit?
Oh, I know how long, oh yeah.
So you're back.
Yeah, I'm back. 12:54 at 560 WQAM, and as a matter of fact, I would have been back a lot sooner. I was thinking about what you were saying. I was on the way to the airport on Friday and heard you talking about my expertise. And that's true.
I tried that once, never again.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I would have been back a lot sooner, only I thought I was all done, and I got up, now I don't think so, like maybe a few more seconds here just to complete the job, you know what I'm talking about? I think you do. 5670560, pound 560 on the Mobile One line. At least here it's like right down the hall, unlike the old IOD where you had to go all the way downstairs and, oh my God, up 3 hills and over the mountain to Grandma's house. That was incredible. And then if you were out of dimes, you really had a problem. Here's Pembroke Pines. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Neil, I have a question for you.
Yes.
All these people calling and saying how bad your show is,
Uh-huh.
why do they waste your time? I mean, obviously they listen. And
Well, how many people have called and said the show is bad? I mean,
Well, the last guy said that George should, or not last guy, a couple guys ago said that George should take over and that you should retire.
that's one of those little Julios, one of those little chronics that's just a caller that calls every day so his boyfriends can hear his voice on the air while he's squeezing it, you know.
Oh, they all get off on that or something?
Yes, they get each other off on it, right.
Well,
we got a whole ring of those, don't you? Aren't you aware of that, sir?
Oh, yes, I am.
We've got a ring of chronic Julios, maricones.
It's like some kind of disease or something, right?
Right. Neil Rogers disease. They got it.
Well, thank you very
George says I'm the pivot man for their little circle jerk.
Oh, well, I hope you're enjoying it.
I'm having a great time.
Well, I just want to say that you're doing an excellent job and keep up the good
God
work.
bless you, sir. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
That's right. If you don't like it, what are you listening for? Of course, mostly we're talking about the rest of the station today because it's easier to take shots at them. What's wrong with that? No, seriously, if you want to take a shot at the show, be my guest. If you want to tell me that we're talking too much hockey on this show, too much penis talk, 5670560. Of course, I haven't seen John Penis lately because we need some copy for a couple of those accounts. But there's a good guy, I'll tell you, that John Penis. I worry about him a lot. I mean, he does have a wife and kids and all that, and we've actually met them. Not just pictures, we've met them in person. But I wonder about him. He's always stealing my Backstreet Boys CDs and was really scouring through the Abercrombie & Fitch catalog yesterday. I don't want to tell you which pictures he was looking at, but...
WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Hey, buttheads, it's the 1 to 2 hour. There was an old farmer who lived on a rock. He sat in the meadow just shaking his fist at some boys who were down by the creek. Their feet in the water, their hands on their marbles and playthings, and at 4:30, there came a young lady. She looked like a pretty young creature. She sat on the grass. She pulled up her dress and she showed them her ruffles and laces and white fluffy duck. She said she was learning a new way to bring up her children so they would not spit, while the boys in the barnyard were shoveling refuse and litter from yesterday's hunt, while the girl in the meadow was rubbing her eyes at the fellow down by the dock. He looked like a man with a sizable home in the country with a big fence out front. If he asked her politely, she'd show him her little pet dog who was subject to fits. And maybe she'd let him grab hold of her small tender hands with a movement so quick. And then she'd bend over and suck on his candy so tasty made of butterscotch. And then he spread whipped cream all over her cookies that she had left out on her shelf. If you think this is dirty, you can go yourself.
103 at 560 WQAM. We got Jim Mandich coming along for Hank Goldberg at 2 today and again tomorrow. Hank's taking a whipping, a beating, a pummeling by this audience today. They have no Rachmanis, but they're just ripping him into pieces. Speaking of a beating, a 47-year-old Catholic priest has been charged with sodomizing a 21-year-old man at knife point.
Oh!
Juan Correa, who police identified as a Byzantine Catholic Church priest, was taken into custody at 6:30 p.m. Tuesday at his home in the Rampart area of Los Angeles. Police say he allegedly attacked the victim after inviting him to his home to spend the night. The victim told detectives he had recently arrived in the United States from Colombia, and of course, and was befriended by Correa, who offered the man a place to stay because he had little money. Police said while entertaining the victim, Correa pulled out a knife and forced him to engage in at least 4 acts of sodomy. Not one, not uno, not dos, not tres, but 4 acts of sodomy. The alleged attack happened at his apartment on Alvarado Boulevard. Officer Jason Lee told APP News. The victim finally broke away and went to an area hospital for treatment. Correa has been charged with rape and is being held in Los Angeles County Jail on $200,000 bail.
Oh!
Right. Proving, like we've always said.
There's no faction in the church.
Right. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. It's just a rumor by those awful atheist bastards. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Neil.
How come you got the radio on real loud in the back?
Let me
sir?
turn. Turn
that stupid radio down, you jackass.
Neil.
You imbecile. Yes.
Listen, I just came from. Why is this? Just came from Red's Bar. Now, how come the owner? Why is the owner's not name? His name is not Red.
Yeah. 567, but I bet your
rectum
is 567-0560 and pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. And you know who that is? That's the same guy with the bridge tender. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's the one. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
I love your show, man.
Uh-huh.
I love listening to your show.
How long you been working on it? Does it take 2 or 3 pounds of mush in your mouth to get this accent? Accento.
I love the show. Every morning I listen to your show.
Uh-huh.
And one thing I
Now,
really
is
like
this with or without your digit in your
rectum?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
I said, have a great day. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Another one of your boyfriends. Here's a mobile in Vero Beach. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
I'm coming to Hank's defense.
Okay, go ahead. It's about time
All
somebody
these,
did.
all these listeners,
Bashing Hank unmercifully today,
all
which
these
of course is
listeners
their
can
privilege.
say whatever they want about him, but
Right.
the bottom line is that he is the greatest taste in escorts that I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
And that is the bottom line.
Maybe-
and from what
maybe-
I understand,
maybe
he
it's
knocks about
jealousy.
2 at a time.
Maybe it's jealousy. You think that could be it?
Well, I don't know if it's jealousy, but I'm friends with his madam's husband, so, I know a little bit about it. But he does have impeccable taste.
Yeah.
Absolutely 100%.
Okay.
Love your show.
I'm buying that, and he's buying it too. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT. Well, he makes no bones about that, and why should he? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with paying for it if it's good? Of course, some of us get it for free. When you can get it for free, why should you pay for it? Here's a mobile in Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hello,
Yes, sir.
Neil. How are you?
Great.
I've been a long-time listener, and I really like what you do there because I think you're one of the only guys that have the balls to tell it like it is. But I'm calling now for the first time because I want to critique one item of your show.
Go right ahead.
You're extremely entertaining, and when you get going, you sometimes get callers that come in and disagree with you, and that's when it gets really entertaining. And I think you hang up on them too quick.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to get your take on that.
My
Why
take
you do
on
that?
it?
Yeah, why do you do that?
I don't hang up on anybody unless, number one, they're obnoxious and want to abuse me, which I don't take any crap from anybody, or number
don't
two,
blame
if they're just assholes. I mean, I don't mind having in fact, I enjoy the people who disagree if you can have a conversation with them. But when they say something that's patently ridiculous, like she took a bullet for Jesus, I mean, how much debate can I have with that? What is there to do with a caller like that?
No, that's ridiculous.
Besides
I'm not
calling
like
people
that.
and put them in a rubber room somewhere, the guy with a butterfly net.
Okay, but I'm not like that. I'm very reasonable. Again, I like what you do, but do you agree that sometimes you hang up a little too early on callers that disagree with you?
No.
You don't agree with that?
No. Maybe I'll keep a closer tab on it.
Okay, I appreciate that.
I'll get my timer out.
All right, take it easy.
Okay, see ya. See, I'm willing to listen to all stuff today. Of course, after today, that's the end of that. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Isn't this beautiful? We're having an emotional ceremony here. Corey Saban is here to say goodbye.
We
He's
love
on his
you,
way to Fort Lauderdale.
Corey.
Oh, yes, we do, even though you're a bald-headed Jew.
Not yet, exactly.
Oh, yeah, you're getting there. You're right, though. From the front, nobody can tell. Don't tell anybody that he's got a bald spot in the back, okay? Yeah, we'll stay away from his behind, okay?
I tried to get Charles off the air to, support me, but
We'll work on it.
yeah, it's not happening.
So this is Corey Saban's last day at WQAM. The last time he'll be sitting in there from 2 till about 2:20 trying to find out where the hell Hank is, who's taken a brutal beating, by the way, from the audience today. I think it's because he's left you hanging in lurch all that time.
I'm not going to try.
Go ahead and defend
He's
him,
a great
okay?
guy.
He's
I
been
love
great
him.
to
He's been
you.
great to
He's
me.
terrific. He gets you late all the time. Share some of those.
You're leaving. It
exploits.
doesn't matter what you say anymore. Go.
You know what?
Go on.
Yeah, that's right.
He's
You're leaving.
fantastic.
So go ahead and tell him. What happened? The air just came back on, by the way.
It's a miracle.
Could you feel it?
No.
Thanks for the cigars, by the way, guys. I appreciate it.
Now, where did we get those cigars? Are those
Got
from
those
Nick's?
at Nick's, yeah.
Oh, thank God we
Hey.
got those at Nick's because now you know they're really going to be good. Yes, I will
Best
have
they
one
got,
before
too.
you leave.
Yes, you may.
We're
Okay,
just
go
talking
ahead.
about him.
No, you know what? Everybody, what's funny is when I'm out in public, sometimes people will come over to me and be like, "Oh, you're Corey Saban. Hank always trashes you. You're the guy." And I'm like, you know what? We have a good relationship. He's a nice guy. I'm tired of being asked that question. People say that to me, and he's a super guy. Really, off the air, he's totally different than he is on the air with Joe and Plantation.
Just a radio
Wants to get
show.
rid of
Don't they
Dan
understand?
Marino.
It's just a freaking radio show. That's what I've been trying to tell them. And they still think I'm an asshole. But, So anyway, that's all you're doing? That's it? I don't know.
Oh, we didn't have a hat.
I thought this was a setup for something big. You bring them a nice box of cigars, which is very nice. There has to be something more coming than this.
Well, there's going to be the gay sex later on after the show.
Yeah.
Oh, he also gets a big black.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and the black penis too. Don't forget about that. That'll go over big in Fort Myers, by the way. That'll go over very big in Fort Myers for those old ladies, since we know you like them old.
And I'm going to miss George showing me the pictures during my updates.
Yeah.
maybe you can come to Fort Myers and show those to me before I get on the air.
Now, you're not really taking that away from us.
No, I'm going to definitely leave it. I don't even want to touch it, actually.
Because for weeks when
Roy!
I was on vacation, the rumor is that has to stay in the building. I don't want to say whose orifice
you told us you touch it a lot.
Yeah, I noticed that's been touched a lot. That's why it's wobbling, all moving around by itself.
It is sticky.
So Corey Saban's going to be on Channel 4 News in Fort Myers. You're not aware of it, I guess. Have you been over there?
Yes, I was over there Sunday.
But, did you turn on the radio station on 770?
Yes. Yes, I did.
And you noticed that if you stay within about a 5-mile radius, it comes in loud and clear? And
it comes in great.
You'll feel like right at home.
It comes in great. I hear everybody. I was listening to Gene and Hef on Sunday over in Fort Myers.
Yeah, what is that?
That's
yeah,
it's a weekend show. Yeah, Dave
sounds real Fort Myers-ish to me. Gene and Hef.
But I
yeah.
But
you understand you're gonna have to learn to pick your nose on air, even though you're going to be on camera on TV. They take to that. If you come on like this, say, "Hey, I'm Corey Saban," like with just a little finger in your right nostril at the beginning, they'll cotton you right away.
I've got to say, I can't drive around and pick my nose anymore. Now people will recognize me.
Yeah, that's true. That is, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because on the way home every day I do clean my nose out thoroughly, and every now and then I'll look over in the left-hand lane and they're looking at me, and I think, Jesus, it's embarrassing when they know who you are.
It is.
If you're anonymous, see, there's nothing like anonymity.
This is true.
But now that you're going to be on television, you're losing your anonymity forever.
This is true. No longer can I go to the supermarket and buy, a bottle of wine and just go home and drink my wine and watch.
He'll be legendary in Fort Myers.
Boy.
Make no mistake about it.
That's incredible to me. Incredible.
Yeah. Okay, good luck, Corey.
Hey, thanks.
And don't smoke them all in one place.
No, let me give you
And take the cigars, leave the penis.
Yeah, I'm definitely leaving.
Okay. Okay, Corey Saban's on his way. Isn't that something? Let's hear it for somebody that's getting out of this. Okay, let's hear it for Corey, who's working Fort Myers in a real market, getting away from this dead-ass place. And just in time, too, by the way. I don't want to tell Corey about these precipitously bad ratings, but he must have had a premonition and known we were going in the tank. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Wouldn't it be? Actually, he could light one of those up in here. What are they going to do? Fire him? Here's a mobile in Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Yeah, Neil, how you doing?
Pretty good, sir.
I had something to say about Hank.
Go right ahead.
I was at the track, a couple months ago, Gulfstream, and he was nice enough to take a picture with my friend and me and Andy Rothman, and I called up Hank yesterday.
Right.
And I wanted to send him the picture because it was at a time when he was probably heavier than he is now.
Right.
And it would make for good comparison.
Yeah, he's lost a lot of weight, right.
Because he's lost a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he'd like it. And he made some, wise-ass comments to me, and it just, confirmed my suspicion that he's just an old, bitter, jealous, unmitigated pompous ass.
Yeah.
And his arrogance, especially to poor Saul and Tamarack, an 80-year-old man who probably hung on for 30 minutes to get one word in with Hank, who's probably like an idol to him because Hank's kind of up there and in his age category and remembers all those kind of old things that Hank knows about from when his dad was a sports writer and all that stuff. And Hank hung up on the guy and probably gave the guy nearly a heart attack and scoffed at him, just merely dismissed him like his point was absolutely meaningless, because if this guy doesn't make his question so narrowly tailored and perfectly stated like he's some ESPN correspondent, that unmitigated pompous ass hangs right up on him.
That's incredible to me. Incredible.
Right.
Yeah, okay. I got you down. And Hank says, for you. 564, they're just hostile with a hammer. That's how it is. They're fickle. They come and they go. I guess if they gave him a good tip at the track, they'd, he's the best, 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Look at this. Oh, this is a big Perdomo Reserve. Which ones are these? What number?
These are the real ones in a box.
No, I understand, but this is a big one. These aren't the little Perdomo Reserve X. These are like double X or triple X, whatever these are. Wow. Oh, he gave you one too? Don't give too many of them away, Corey, okay? We spent an arm and 5 legs on these. I thought there was going to be something more than that. I mean, I was stalling for time, like waiting for the big.
Your job was just to distract him so that we could get the the package out in front of him.
Get the package out? I thought the package was getting out in front of me, but I noticed it's gone. Here's South Beach. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Neil.
How you doing?
How's it going?
Great.
I come down to Miami, like 5-6 times a year, and you're so much better than Howard Stern and Imus. I mean, I don't know why.
Well,
you should
Imus is a dead man in a chair, so it doesn't take much to be better than Imus.
He's so burnt out, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they should take him off the radio and put you in his
I'm
place.
going to tell you, if his brother Fred ever sold that ranch and, and they didn't have that to talk about, I don't know what he would talk about.
Exactly. I mean,
I'm sitting there channel surfing every morning of my life, and I stop on MSNBC for like 20 seconds, and here's Fred on the phone from the ranch, and I'm thinking to myself, well, who the hell cares about this? And evidently a lot of people must. I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
Because I remember Imus when he used to be funny, when he was great.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's so burnt out now.
Yeah.
The guy needs to go out and join his brother in Arizona.
It goes to show you, though, that the more burnt out you are, the more money you're making. Take it from me.
Yeah. Hey, Neil, remember that thing you used to play in January about lotion in the basket?
Right.
Can you play that?
Yes,
I think
I can.
it's so funny.
God bless you.
And I'll talk to you next time I'm down.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Give Imus a kiss for us. On those steel-cold lips. Boy, poor Imus. He's making millions and millions and millions, and he still looks like a dead man. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. If you tuned in late today, you missed the bad news about the QAM ratings that went in a crapper, this last trend. I realize it's only the month of April. It's February, March, and April. But it was a disaster month. It was a precipitously horrendous, grotesque month. The month was so bad that Bluff Lindsay, our program director, had to refund the $200 to Greg Reed for the Employee of the Month award that he got last month for the great rating book that we just had, the record-breaking ratings, because these were so bad. I mean, they were so bad, like you couldn't believe how bad. A gigantic, precipitous drop, and the guy was right. The one guy before, the snowbirds, they're all gone. My crowd, half of them take off. You don't see them again till October at the earliest, maybe November. And if I dare mention the H word, when hockey season rolls around again, that's my crowd. Those people will be back. I see them at the Mac Arena. Those are my people. The ones who are going and talking to each other on their cell phones. That's my crowd. Here's Westchester. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, good afternoon, Neil. How are you?
Okay, can barely hear you.
Oh, hello?
There you
Hear
go.
me now?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Long time, first time, Goyam Julio here in Westchester.
All right.
All right, anyways, I haven't been listening to the show today, but I on IOD I heard that it's like Gay Week or in Disney World, and that the Christians wanted to put a show to call everybody back, call the gays back. I was just wondering
call them back. What
yeah, exactly.
Call back?
I don't know. This is the report, trying to get gays to come back to
straighten them out. Oh, come back to the kingdom of heaven.
Yes, I was imagining.
And maybe take a bullet for Christ.
Exactly. I was thinking what are they going to have a man and a woman having sex, and I go, come back to heterosexuality. We're not just missionary position anymore.
Right.
Or something. I was like...
and they could have a big fist as their symbol.
I have no idea. I just found it kind of
times.
But no, that was basically, if you've heard of that or saw on IOD or heard whatever.
No, I don't listen to IOD because you know how I feel about that.
WIOD? Oh, I hate that station.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, keep up with everything you're doing, and can I call a person a douchebag?
Go right ahead, sir. Anything you like.
Fernando Ramirez, you're a big architect douchebag.
All right.
Thanks.
See you, pal. See you, Pally. Hey, by the way, speaking of Pally, haven't seen him today, thank God. That's why I'm in such a good mood. You know who I'm talking about? 567-0560, the one with the fat kids, and pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. I think that's a real good topic, but I know a lot of you are too embarrassed to ever talk about that. Parents that let their kids get real fat. And I'm sure you've noticed that fat people have fat kids. I mean, that's a generalization. There are some exceptions, but generally speaking, when there's tons of food being eaten in the house, the kids are sharing. Everybody's sitting just shoveling it down, round the clock. And I think that those people ought to be immediately sterilized. I mean, better now than later, so they can't reproduce anymore and make any more fat kids who are going to be miserable and sick and diseased and hate themselves and not be able to look at themselves naked in the mirror. Yeah, Corey Saban's going to Fort Myers, and we have a call in Fort Myers. They can't wait for him. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Neil, you got a good show. It's a terrific show. I enjoy listening to it every day.
The best damn thing going in Fort Myers, I'll tell you that.
It is.
Next to that Stooky's rest stop.
No dispute from me on that, kid. I have a couple of comments and a question.
Yes,
Firstly, on the girl who took the bullet for Jesus.
Yes.
It's got nothing to do with the guy who killed her or the girl herself, but it has everything to do with the way in which some of these Christian jerks use even the most tragic of events to draw ridiculous conclusions.
Absolutely correct, sir.
Secondly, a long time ago you were talking about beautiful men.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have Montgomery Clift on that list?
Somebody mentioned him, yeah.
How about the young, who's the English actor, the great English actor who became a lord and died?
Jack Lord.
No, you know, the classic English when he was young.
Classic Rex Harrison?
Laurence Olivier?
Laurence Olivier.
Well, he was a...
he was a young guy.
Yeah, he was also a, you know... Yeah, maybe that's why he was so pretty. I'm not that old. I can remember when he was young.
Well,
to me, Laurence Olivier was always old.
Some of the young pictures of him in the 30s and whatnot. He's a beautiful guy.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to be going to Vegas in a couple of weeks. Can you give me a couple of good restaurants?
Try Emerald's. Emerald's in the MGM. Emerald's Fish House?
Yeah. So you've given up on Ruth Chris?
No, and Ruth Chris. That was going to be number 2.
Okay.
There's 2 of them in town. One's even open for lunch, by the way. The one I think on Sahara, it's open for lunch.
Good. So Emerald's and Ruth Chris.
And if by chance you win, get lucky and win like $2,700, you're welcome. Have a good time. Okay. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. We're moving along, plunging our brains out here today. What's wrong with losing a little bit of money? Huh? What's wrong with $2-3 grand among friends? Of course, somebody told me I could have spent that $2,700 better, stayed in town, and had a better time with it. Here's Miami. Hello. Okay, great. Yeah, see, I actually have like 10, 15 million sitting in the bank, and I just come in every day because I love this. I love these people, you know. I come in because I'm anxious to talk to retards 24 hours a day of my life. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. But on the 10th and the 25th, boy, that's when it becomes really well worthwhile. Here's a lady in Boca. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Neil. How you doing?
Great.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
All right.
Calling about your lineup. I listen to you. You're great. You're awesome. Your show's entertaining. Keep me laughing all morning. But there's really nothing else on the station that I listen to. I miss the days when you worked with Phil Henry at IOD, and you know it was real entertaining then. There's only one other guy I listen to, and he's on a different station, 1580. Bone in the afternoons on 1580.
Bone in the afternoon?
Yeah, on 1580.
Yeah.
He's entertaining. He's fun to listen to. It keeps me laughing in the afternoons. I mean, there's nothing else on.
Hello?
There's
nothing wrong with little Bone in the afternoon. That's what I've always said.
Yeah, his name is Steve Bone.
Okay, thanks for the good news, and thanks for the free plug for the Bone Man. 567-0560, pound 560 on the 18. And, of course, when you work at WSRF, that's generally what you get is the big bone. 26 past 1 at 560 QAM. Why not?
I fucking blow.
I'll be back, kids. Little bandit. Oh, I gotta go. Door here. Oh, down the pants. Oh. I'm in here. Busy right now. Barney! Come out, Barney! Will you just wait a minute? Oh, that was stupendous. Oh, here comes another one. Oh, wait, my little dinosaur butt there. Coming! Here it comes, kids!
Peanut butter and jelly, yeah. Okay, 131 at 560 WQAM, 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. I know that the drop in the ratings was a very traumatic experience, but we are going to have an investigation and see who did drill a glory hole in our stall out there. I forgot to mention that when I came back from my experience. Here's a call from Denver. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Neil, how you doing?
Okay.
I miss you guys down there, man. Because there was no talk radio here in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
But you know what? I thought that Florida had the worst drivers. I take that back.
Really?
Denver is the worst drivers in the world.
Worse than
more
here?
Stressed out in traffic out here than I did in Florida.
It's probably that high air. You know, down here they're all high on something else, but maybe it's just the natural air out there that does it.
No, I mean, they're all high out here. They drive and it's like they're in La La Land,
Mm-hmm.
you know? They're like, okay, there goes a mountain. But I'm listening to you on the audio net,
Yeah.
and it's good. I got the week off, so I'm like, I'll listen to Neil all week.
Great. Excellent.
Hey, can I do call someone a douchebag?
Go right ahead, pal.
Marie Ford Parts Department.
And whatever you do, by the way, don't take a bullet for Christ.
Not out here.
Okay, hang in there.
Bye, Neil.
Call from Denver, no less. How do you like that?
Oh!
They love us in Denver. Like I told you the other day, they love us out of town. In town, well, it's old and stale, but out of town, they love me. By the way, we didn't mention on the air that in Corey Saban's box of cigars we put something extra, which I don't want to mention what was in there, from our good Jamaican friends here across the street.
Deliciously different marijuana. Deliciously different marijuana.
All right. I'm going to tell you something. If we're in the middle of Little Jamaica here, I just got a great programming idea because knowing how cheap these bastards are, they won't get us any TV spots or any billboards, any real promotion. So what we'll do, we'll compete with the FMs. They're giving away money. We'll give away free weed. How's that? We'll be number 1, 18 to 34 by the end of June. I guarantee you that right now. We'll just get a big ad in both newspapers. Free weed for everybody. I mean, don't smoke it. It's against the law. But we got it here, okay? What you do after you leave the building, that's up to you. Jason just came in and raised his hand. Oh, he already has some? Okay. Hey, he's been hanging around in the hood.
Yeah, man.
He knows where to find it. One of the benefits of being, there's like several benefits of being in this neighborhood. One is our good friend Chuck over at the Sub Center, and 2 is all our good Jamaican friends.
Yeah, man.
They know where the good stuff is. They roll them up in the Herald every morning. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's Pembroke Pines. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes?
First, I just want to say that all high school wrestlers and all high school wrestling coaches are faggots.
This sounds like somebody I know.
Well, nah, we don't know each other yet.
Okay.
I want to warn you, sir. That guy that brings you stats during the Panther games.
Uh-huh.
That guy's a loony.
Really?
Be careful, man. That guy's a wacko. When he starts giving you stats, and you just stay away from him. Now.
Okay.
And may I call someone a douchebag?
And I think he might know Rimmer too, so he's probably real dangerous.
Oh, may I call someone a douchebag?
Go ahead.
John Roberts, you're a douchebag.
Okay, pal. 567-0560. It's thinning out here, which is really very disappointing because have we gotten really the answers today we were looking for?
No.
We're looking for some real meat and potatoes here, and all they've done is rip Fat Hank. They ripped him an ass. They ripped him from stem to
rectum.
Wow. And listen, I like Hank, but I mean, it's a free country. That's what I'm here to do today is take a little survey and find out what the problem is, why everybody's crapping out. I think it's that format. I think when you're running like 9-minute breaks over and over again. Of course, since the sales department runs a radio station, you'll never guess who I ran into the hall when I went to take appropriately enough, by the way, Ray Perry. I haven't seen one of our 25 sales managers. I haven't seen him in months, in ages, in a coon's age, if I can say that. Can I say that?
No.
I haven't seen him in a coon's age. And I said, hey, Ray, he just barely remembers who I am. See, maybe that's one of the reasons that our sales thing is like so totally out of control right now because he's a nice guy, but does anybody have any respect for him or pay any attention to what he says?
No.
And I think he discovered that about the second or third day that he would have no backing from management, and no matter what he said to any of these people, they would just go like that, like tittering off into the woodwork. And so he's like another very impotent guy around this place, kind of like our PG. Good guy, but totally impotent in his little tiny orifice in there. Oh, seriously, it's depressing to me. You walk by, it's like somebody is trying to give him a message. Do you know what I mean? By putting him in a little tiny room at a little tiny desk and making him feel small and tiny. Although the facts we got before said just the opposite. Here's a mobile in Perrine. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
First time caller, long time listener. I started listening to you back when Rick and Suds said, I got you down.
Right. Was that Rick and Suds that said that?
Was it Rick and Suds?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it was Rick and Suds.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, Neil, you're the greatest. If you're giving out marijuana, I'm the first one in line, dude.
All right.
And second of all, I think we ought to make big signs that says "Smoke a joint for Jesus."
Excellent. I like that. That's going to be That's going to be on our license plates next year.
There you go. Burn a roach for God.
Burn a number for God.
There you go. Later, man. You're the best.
All right. Burn a fag for God. Oh, sorry.
That's a good idea. Instead of take a bullet, take a hit for Jesus.
Take a hit for Jesus. All right, take a hit for Jesus. 5, 6, or like I did, something that sounds like hit for Jesus.
The line is forming outside the door for the free weed.
Yeah, they're all lined up for the free weed, by the way, out here. Yeah, and wouldn't you know that he'd have his yellow head in the door first?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. By the way, did you get your book, Tommy? Yeah, I think you did. Well, that was a good excuse for me to get back in there again to see him anyway. 567-0560, pound 5. Hey, listen, I'm not shy about it. That's the way it is. If you look that good, you have to pay the price. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. All I want to know is if I look that good. Would I stand at home looking in the mirror all day, squeezing myself? I think I probably would. That's what I would do. I would just stand there and stare in the mirror and squeeze it all day, get myself all worked up. Of course, when you look like me, you avoid the mirror at all costs, like Dracula. Just walk by real quick, especially after you hop out of the shower. Oh, geez. Blech. Here's a lady mobile in Miami Lakes. Hello.
Hello. Hi,
Yes,
Neil.
ma'am. How you doing? Great.
First-time caller, but a long-time listener also.
Great.
Actually, what I'm calling about today was, have you been following on the news that House of Filth in Hialeah?
The what?
The House of Filth.
No.
There's the daughter of the ambassador or whatever, consul general of Mexico, the retired one, who was living in a house with 3 children. She got arrested on Tuesday. She's on welfare, Medicaid, food stamps, Social Security, disability, everything else.
She was Mexican?
She's Mexican-Cuban.
Oh, Mexican-Cuban.
Yeah, her father was the consul general of Mexico to Miami.
Yeah, but she's got a little Cuban in her?
Yeah, her mother's Cuban.
Right.
And there's over a foot of filth in the house. There's field rats. There's 20 cats. There's maggots. Yeah, major oink oink. But the worst part of this entire case is that HRS has been out there 12 times in the last 14 months.
Yeah.
But because she comes from some sort of money, lives in a $190,000 home, it's okay to live by that.
Right.
How come somebody doesn't get on HRS's case and follow through and see? I understand they fired Anita Block for her not being able to do her job. But when does the buck stop here and somebody start to do their job?
Right. When are you going to do your job, okay, and evict these Mexican-Cubans from our midst, these gorillas in our midst?
These wages mother that are living off your and my tax money
right.
that we work for?
Amen. F&A.
Let's get them off.
I'm going to get on it right away. As soon as I leave here, I'm getting right on it.
I'm sure I can hear the footsteps already.
I'm going to follow my nostrils right to it. Okay.
Yeah,
thanks, sweetheart. Bye-bye. Oh, she sounded depressed. Like, did she really expect I was going to do something about it? Okay, I'll get right on it, honey. We'll get our big, vast staff here at QAM right on it. Our big staff of ombudsmen. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. You want to?
Don't know what it is, but it's moving.
Are you?
Hi, I'm Aaron Summers, and you know what? You got me talking on the passion phone. Tell me the story about how you got flown. I got you down. Yeah. Holy cow.
Yes.
I'll tell you once more before I hang up the phone. I got you down.
All right.
The lines are jammed up. Yeah, there isn't a doubt. Call up and tell me what it's all about. I got you down. Yeah. Holy cow. I'll tell you once more before I hang up the phone. I got you down. 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 Here on the show, there's a new topic each night. Who'd you have sex with? Were they black or were they white? I got you down. Yeah. Holy cow. I'll tell you once more before I hang up the phone. I got you down.
145 at 560 WQAM. Here's a fax from Vic, who goes on. I'm not even going to read it because it's a vicious rip job on. You guessed it. Just another one of those.
That was funny.
Vicious rip jobs. Okay, well, Vic, whatever you say. By the way, the rumor is that Bruce Beasley of the Beasley Broadcasting Company is in the building right now. Are we concerned about that?
No.
But it goes to show you, not that they overreact here. We just had the biggest book in the history of the station, and now we have one bad trend, and I have a feeling we are going to have that management change I was referring to before, I'm talking about. Don't forget that bumper sticker. It says, "Life is short. Don't be a dick." Greatest bumper sticker in the history of the human race. Here's a fact that's not bad either. It says it's time to finish what the Romans started 2,000 years ago. Feed all the Christians to the lions, and let's make science the new religion.
Oh!
567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's Mobile in Hollywood. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Great.
Listen, any chance of you extending your hours from 9 to 3 instead of
No.
10 to 2, which
No.
is part-time?
No,
No chance?
not even 201.
I need you out for like 2 more hours of my day so I can, make my day
No.
full.
No.
No chance?
No.
Listen, I have another idiotic story. Today I saw a pretty bad car accident,
Yeah.
and I called 911, and I said, lady, it's on Pines Boulevard and 68th Avenue. She says, is it Pines Boulevard or Hollywood Boulevard? I go, it's Pines Boulevard. Well, let me connect you over to Hollywood Dispatch. Hollywood gets on the phone. It says, so what's the accident? I go, Pines Boulevard and 68th Avenue. She goes, is it Hollywood Boulevard or Pines Boulevard? I go, Jesus Christmas, guys, it's Pines Boulevard and 68th Avenue.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get you back to Pines. So I snapped, and before you know it, like 6 cities were there.
Mm-hmm.
No one's going on. And what were you guys talking about before about the big long ones that hook to the left?
567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's a Mobile in Delray Beach. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how are you?
Okay, sir.
Well, I'm definitely not a crossover listener. As soon as 2 o'clock comes, I'm gone. But I will listen to Mad Dog. In fact, ever since I started listening to you back in the old IOD days, I used to turn the sound off and listen to the radio just to hear Mad Dog do the Dolphin games.
All right.
But as far as the book, your own station is trying to get out of the Marlins games. I mean, they suck on the radio.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
but
boring.
the Marlins aren't on. I mean, once in a great while we have a Marlin game on in the middle of the day. In fact, you know something? Let me stop and think about that. Now that I think about it, back in the month of April, I think we had a couple of those. Didn't we have some,
Spring training. They were doing the stupid spring training games.
The regular season started April 1, I think. But we also had at least a couple of daytime Marlin games.
And the pregame stuff?
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Didn't help any, I'll guarantee you that.
Terminal.
Right.
Coma-inducing. Anyhow, I like Rimmer, just to show you I'm all over the place.
Okay, I'll mark you down. I got a fresh, wide open column for that.
Thanks Neil.
Thanks
See
a
ya.
lot. 56. That's the first mark. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless. I forgot about those great Marlin exhibition games, and then the regular season games, and the ones that started at 12:30. We had to bail out of here. I'm not trying to pass the buck because, believe me, there's no Marlin games on a morning show. So the fact that we had this the whole audience disappeared in April, either it's the snowbird factor or everybody just got tired of that format or else everybody just decided they hate us like poison. Any of the above you like. Or maybe it's just Hank's fault, like everybody says. Here's Miami Lakes. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Neil. First-time caller, long-time listener.
Yes, sir.
And I would like to say that I enjoy your show every day listening to you, and I want you to keep up the good work.
Yes.
And I wanted you to play a request for me.
Mm-hmm.
Father O'Toole.
Okay.
And, sir,
Yes, sir.
can I call somebody a douchebag?
Yes.
Bob Mahalik from United Turbine Technologies. You're an asshole.
Okay. Thank you so much. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Jim Mad Dog Mandich is going to be saying things like,
"Oh my God, your breath's so beautiful."
He'll be here at 2 o'clock filling in for Hank, and again tomorrow, as a matter of fact. Hank's up there in New York for the Belmont. We'll be talking to Dave Johnson tomorrow from the Belmont with our usual pre-Triple Crown race analyzation for about 2 or 3 minutes, in which I'll show that I know nothing about it, and Dave will pretty much, well, Dave knows his stuff, you know. He just had kind of a bad streak for the last, 10, 15 years picking them. Here's a mobile in Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Neil. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Fan of the show. Let me just say, from someone who is an ex-state champ and an ex-national champ in wrestling,
Right.
I can't put up with you guys with that talk anymore. I mean, I just got one thing to say, and that's please knock it off.
You know, it's always the guys who are the last ones to come out of the closet who protest that loudly, you know. That's what Jesse the Body Ventura wrote in his book, too, about the fact that he was one of the 3 or 4 straight guys in the sport, and we're not too sure about him. We're not completely positive about him. Well, he said that he had a lot of activities that he didn't write about in there, although
He has a wife, you know.
we do know that. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. I mean, what's wrong with that? You know, the sight of a couple of guys rolling around in tights, grabbing each other, pressing their privates up against the back of each other's, against the nape of the neck.
Your bag, not mine.
No, I'm not pressing my bag up against Here's Pompano. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Jesus. I
didn't think I would get to before.
Yes, you're right here. Here you sound just like you.
First of all, I've just finished rolling my 7th joint.
Oh!
And my wife is away at work.
Yeah.
And I'm off, and I'm rolling joints.
Uh-huh.
That's the good part. Now, here's the bad part. Neil, I've been listening to you for 20 years. Not 15. 20 goddamn years since I came back from the Bahamas.
Oi!
Yeah. And I have challenged you every few years to something, which you always dodge. And aside from the
That I
fact
dodge?
Huh?
I don't drive a Dodge, sir. I drive a
No,
Corvette.
I know you
Two
don't
of them.
drive a Corvette. But aside from that, I listen to you regularly, and, you know, you just,
Yeah.
you're incredible. But
But
when it comes down to push comes to shove,
Yes.
you always slough me off. Here's the challenge. Okay, ready?
I'm ready. Let's get to it, sir. It's only a 4-hour show.
I know that.
Yeah.
I got 6 joints rolled.
Yeah, sounds like it. Go ahead.
Okay. I challenge you to
Yeah.
breakfast off at the Rascal House.
To
No,
what?
I won't go to the Rascal House, that terrible place. Bop, 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 bop. That's the way you always get around it.
No.
And my
No, the
challenge
answer is no. Challenge this. Same tired old material. He's been calling me for what, 100 years with that same old. Get something new, pal, okay? And by the way, they don't let you smoke the weed at the Rascal House, so stay at home. You'll have a much better time and probably a better meal and I'm sure better service. 8 minutes before 2 at 560 QAM. You want